What is up? There we go. This actually kind of seems a little pale. We'll see. What up, Scrim? How you doing? How many points you think Ted Morgan will have tonight? I have no idea. Yo, what's up? Sorry I couldn't show up last night. No worries. I think we watched one of the suggested videos you had last night, Yuki. I think we watched one of them. Ted Morgan? I have no clue. Should I even know who that is? Doesn't sound familiar at all. Ted Morgan. Oh, I did watch two of them. I forgot I watched the, I forgot we did watch the stadium one towards the end of the night. Oops. I remember the Divas one we watched pretty early, but we did watch both of them. Okay, you got me. I have no clue who Ted Morgan is. Who's Ted Morgan? How many points you think Ted Morgan will have tonight? Ted Morgan will have probably around 32 and a half points. Specifically. Not around, actually. He'll just have exactly 32 and a half. How is Levi's Stadium in 28th place? Our stadium isn't that bad. I don't remember why he gave you guys such a low score. I just remember ours was dead last. FedEx Field came in exactly last place, which is somewhat impressive and sad at the same time. But we are scheduled to be like one of the next teams to make a new stadium, so it is what it is. By the way, 5 Points Videos is a Giants fan. Is that who made that stadium thing? The stadium video? He didn't give MetLife as high of a mark as I would have given, so I'm surprised if you say he's a Giants fan. I guess he just didn't like the Giants stadium, I guess. I don't know. Because I've been to MetLife, and I think MetLife is a beautiful stadium. It's kind of cool outside of it because it has like that metal like cage around it, basically, almost. It kind of makes it look different on the outside. But the field is beautiful. Whatever turf they use, it's like so bright and green and blue. It looks beautiful. There's like a spot in there that you could actually go look at the Lombardi trophies, which is kind of cool. Like, those are the only Lombardi trophies I've seen live, is the Giants. Because I've never been to where I forget where they even hold the Redskins ones. I forget where it is, to be honest. But I do like, I sold those at some point. I did like their stadium. I liked that idea that we can go see the stuff. But we'll see. All right, we're about to get into some NBA tonight. We'll watch the Sixers and Hawks game. Then we'll probably do some reactions. I found a video that's kind of funny looking. Or I don't know if it's funny, but it's interesting. Ron Rivera versus Mike McCarthy. I think that's obvious who's the better coach, even though one has a Super Bowl and the other doesn't. But the other one went to a Super Bowl with a much less quarterback. I know a lot of people like to hype up Cam Newton, but he's not Aaron Rodgers and never was. I don't even know if he's ever thrown a 4,000-yard season, right? Or something crazy like that. Like when he won the MVP, he only had like 3,300 yards throwing or something crazy. Has Cam Newton had a 4,000-yard season? He may have, and I'm just maybe like one of his first seasons. Not a lot of them though. Yeah, he barely had 4,000 his first season, and then outside of that, hasn't thrown out outside of 4,000 yet. So you could send as many as you want. It's cool. It's fun. It's good stuff. All right, we're here. All right, so Atlanta won the toss, or on the tip, rather, and they did not make their first bucket. And Joel Embiid, he also misses off the back of the rim. So both teams miss their first jumper. Here we go. Trae Young zigzagging through the defense, kicks it out. Three-pointer, no good. Ben Simmons the rebound. Who shot that three? It was John Collins. Ben Simmons hits the back of the rim. All right, I got to up my quality again. I don't know why it starts me off on such crappy quality. Okay, nice lay in there by Capella. Capella gets the first points on the board for both teams, so Atlanta's up 2-0. Ben Simmons walks it up. Korkmaz, actually, or is it Korkmaz? I always want to call him Korkmaz for some stupid reason. It's Korkmaz is in the starting lineup tonight. Joel Embiid has it at the free throw line, working on Capella. Jab steps, fadeaway jumper now, off the front of the rim, no good. Got John Collins the rebound. Trae Young has it at the top of the key, guarded by Harris. He's going to shoot right over top of him. No good. Oh, John Collins he had position to get the rebound, couldn't handle it, and then Embiid ends up with it. Oh, Ben Simmons drove the lane, and he's too strong off the glass. Easy miss layup there. Did you check out the Chargers fan I mentioned in the server? I did look into him slightly, and I do want to reach out to him. I don't think he's kind of older, right? Because it seemed like there was a couple of people in there. Oh, Ben Simmons with the follow-up dunk. Tobias Harris missed the dunk. Oh, wow. They're going to get... Are they going to get Kevin Huerter with a foul? Or no? Who's this foul on? Because Ben Simmons hung on the rim. Oh. Oh, they're going to get him a little bit of showboating? They didn't get him on a technical foul. What do they call? I'm not sure. Delay of game, maybe? They didn't call anything. That was weird. All right, Trae Young kicks it over to Huerter in the corner. Three. Oh, no good. John Collins couldn't get the tip in either. Korkmaz driving the lane, throws it up. Nope, off the back of the rim, no good. Trae Young in transition, kicks it over to Huerter again. Another take two. Yes, sir. This time it hits the bottom of the net, and Atlanta up 5-2 now. Oh, shoot. I kept saying it was Huerter. No, it was Bogdanovich. I saw the three. I thought it was Huerter, but no, it's Bogdanovich who finally knocks down the three. Oh, Huerter was the last one to miss the three. This time it was Bogdanovich. Okay, there you go. What up, Celeste? Hell, Tim, what's the score in the series? The score in the series is 2-1, Philly on top. So Atlanta won the first game, and then Atlanta won the first game, and then Philly won the next two. Leon's here. What's up? I told you I'd be coming back. Well, thank you for stopping by. Hope you hang out and have a good time talking. Thanks again. We're here. We're only 9.5 minutes into the first quarter. It's 5-2. We got a timeout used by Philly. Kind of an early timeout. Interesting use of one by Doc Rivers. I guess he didn't like how his team was set up. Even though his team seemed to be getting decent shots, they just can't knock them down. You know, Embiid's doing his thing, ISO ball. But then also, you know, Ben Simmons had a lay-in. I guess like he wants more ball movement. I don't know. We'll see what they come out with after the timeout. I would imagine he's going to call for a little bit more swinging of the basketball, because now that I think about it, I think it's a little bit too much ISO ball. Everybody's like trying to score off the dribble. Ben Simmons, Korkmaz, the whole 9 yards. Oops. Forgot I was playing a game. Today we're doing something a little different. Oh, snap. not more exciting anyway. Instead of just high alking at the Grand Exchange, we're going to go ahead and over here and attack some hill giants. It's usually a pretty busy spot. You know what? I don't like hill giants have a little bit better drop table, but it really doesn't make that much money anyway. I might go over here and attack these things. I think they're called like hobgoblins or something. Yeah, they're a little bit stronger. Let's see how much they. But if they drop big bones, I don't really care. I don't remember if they drop big bones or not. But they're good to train on. So we're reaching out to Big Country during halftime or after the game. Oh, reacting to Big Country. It's a good question. What do you think I should do, Yuki? Should I do it at halftime or should I do it at afterwards and watch maybe some of yours? We definitely want to do something at halftime. We could watch a couple of yours. Can Los Angeles win the Super Bowl? The QBs with the worst luck. Or the QB, that's funny. Teddy Bridgewater. You know who has pretty bad luck, though, also, is Tyrod Taylor is another good example. But Teddy Bridgewater, no doubt. I don't know, is it really bad luck? Definitely when he tore his ACL that offseason, that sucked. But I think like maybe even Tyrod Taylor, you go to a place, they end up drafting a quarterback, and it turns into the next great quarterback every single time. A bridge to nowhere. It's sad. Because I mean, he went behind Drew Brees. I mean, come on, that's not really bad luck. You chose to go to a team with Drew Brees, and I would say he got lucky that Drew Brees got hurt. We may do this at halftime because I have some opinions. I think we're going to do the 5 points vids on there. Ah, no, they don't do big bones. Gosh darn it. All right, Joel Embiid has at the top of the key, working on Capella, driving, spin move. Now fade away, no good. Joel Embiid starting off very slow. Trae Young tries to get an alley-oop. Yes, sir. Capella using the left hand to lay it in. Ben Simmons now coming the other way. Good pass to Korkmaz. And Korkmaz makes the lay-in. Good pass there by Ben Simmons. Trae Young has it for Atlanta. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. Looking to get a pick from Bogdanovich. Nope. Kicks it over to Bogdanovich now. And Bogdanovich, three. Bang! Back-to-back threes for Bogdanovich. Ooh. Harris coming in hard. Interesting. Big boy basketball. Big boy basketball. Now he's working on Bogdanovich. He goes all the way, and he misses the lay-in. He was playing big boy ball, and then he just completely airballs it. Bogdanovich went flying, and now he's going to jack up another three. This time it's off the front of the rim. It was a little too deep. Oh, John Collins, the rebound, though. Oh, Ben Simmons steals it and goes coast to coast and slams it home. Good defense there. Good hands by Ben Simmons. John Collins twice now almost had offensive rebounds. Could not quite handle it, and it ends up in someone else's hands. Tough breaks. Oh, Trae Young, step back three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Joel Embiid the rebound now. So it's 10-6 Atlanta with 7:30 to go. And, we're going to get a off-ball foul by Kevin Huerter guarding Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons trying to post up. I guess Huerter got tangled up with him. Jeez Louise. All right, here we go. Trae Young gets it over to Huerter. Huerter with Korkmaz on him. Looking to get a pick from Capella. Does. Now Huerter driving on Embiid. And he's going to shoot a floater on the baseline. And it hits the bottom of the net. Beautiful shot there. Tough one. I think we should react to Big Country after the game because we did that last time. Okay, cool. We'll do something at halftime. There's something else at halftime then. Tobias Harris gets inside. And this time he makes the layup. Oh, that's kind of a cool design for Atlanta's half court. It almost looks like the windows in a church. You know, like those different colored pane glasses. Bogdanovich drives in, no good. Embiid the rebound. But yeah, it's kind of a cool design. I like it. It's different. Joel Embiid has it at the top of the key. What in the world? It's like he tried to throw a pass to Ben Simmons, but that thing hit the back of the rim. What a terrible pass. Oh, this time Trae Young tries to get it inside to Capella, and that was a little bit better pass, but Capella could not make the alley-oop lay-in. All right, no good there by Harris. Oh, Trae Young, walk-up three. Oh, what in the world is going on right now? Seth Curry enters the game for Philly. Korkmaz goes to the bench. Now Steph Curry shoots the three off the front of the rim, and that will go out of bounds. So it's Atlanta ball, up 2 with just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. What do you think about Le'Veon Bell's situation? I don't know. I think the Bridgewater video is going to be interesting. I do too. I think that'll be a good one to watch. We'll watch that one at halftime. I like that one. But what do I think about the Le'Veon Bell situation? Is he not in Kansas City anymore? Yeah, somebody said he didn't like Andy Reid, I guess. Herder kicks out to Collins in the corner. Collins driving baseline. Runner. In and out. And Embiid hits the floor, gets the rebound. Now he gets it over to Korkmaz. Korkmaz back in the game. I don't know why I thought he was still in the game. Or out of the game. Did he come out? Curry. Who went to the bench? Has Curry been in the starting lineup this whole time? Interesting. I just never. That was the first time he got the ball. I guess he was completely out of the game for a while, and I never saw him until 6 minutes in. That's funny. And Embiid is going to get called for the foul. Trae Young got him in the air, and he ends up running into Trae Young. So Trae Young will go to the line for 2 shots. Oof, hit him hard. It's a tie game right now, 12-12. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Oh, interesting. Atlanta has jerseys that say MLK. I know it's Martin Luther King, but I'm just like, why tonight? It's not Martin Luther King Day. Is it for like, I don't know. Interesting. I wonder why they chose to do MLK night tonight. Both times missed. Trae Young misses 2 free throws. Very uncharacteristic. Yeah, Bell said he doesn't want to play for the Chiefs, and then the players was mad at him for it. Interesting. I don't completely understand it. I mean, it's probably par for the course for somebody like Le'Veon Bell, right? I mean, Le'Veon Bell is a weirdo. Who, if you try to make sense of Le'Veon Bell, you're probably going down a path that you shouldn't be going down. Korkmaz in the corner, swinging over to Embiid. Yeah, a lot more ball movement after that timeout. Oh, gosh, but Embiid is going to draw the foul. Can't get the 3-point play, but he'll go to the line for 2 now. Yeah, are they choosing MLK just because it's MLK? Interesting. Why is ATL wearing MLK jerseys? Shorts. All right, here we go. Atlanta Hawks honoring Martin Luther King Jr. with special edition jerseys. The Atlanta Hawks have released City Edition jerseys, which celebrates the life and work of Martin Luther King Jr., who was born and raised in Atlanta. Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was born and raised in Atlanta. I don't necessarily know where I thought he was from, but I didn't know he was born in Atlanta. Each team in the NBA has released their own version of a City Edition jersey, which represents each city's individual team in its own way. The Hawks played their first game in their MLK jerseys January 18th and will wear the jersey throughout the entire season. The initials of King are shown on the front of the jersey, and his signature is on the bottom left of the jersey. The black, gold, and white colorway represents King's determination, and his is also a nod to the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, which is the first Black Greek letter organization that King was a part of. The stars alongside on the other side of the shorts represents the 22 times King was arrested for fighting for social justice and equality. There's nothing better that we can do to represent the city of Atlanta than rolling out some jerseys that represent Dr. King and the legacy of Dr. King, said Lloyd Pierce, Atlanta Hawks head coach. Okay, cool. Well, that's why. So I guess they've been wearing these on and off all season. I just didn't know. You learn something new every day. Bell needs to stay healthy if he wants to play for another team. Yeah, the dude has some talent. There's no doubt about that. But he's just got such a weird ego / he's just a weird dude. He's not quite on the Antonio Brown level, but there's Antonio Brown tendencies there, right? They're just weird individuals. I don't know what their problems are. I really don't. Nationals take the lead over the Padres tonight. That's cool. Just like Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins is weird kind of on a different level, though. Sammy Watkins is weird. Not just a little weird, weird. He believes literally, spirits take over your body and you have to prevent bad spirits from coming in. I don't know. It's weird. I'm going to try to show up for every Steam. Can't miss out on the fire content. Yes, sir. Well, appreciate it, Celeste. I thank you for stopping by, as always. You always help out in the chat as well. It's always nice when people are chatting it up. Yuki's good about it. Usually expert JK, when he gets here, he usually hops in. People like that. It's nice. It's nice to have good back and forth with the community. Oh, is that why that Heat jersey's all funky and weird? Why do the Heat wear that weird, light blue and pink jersey? Not the biggest fan, though, when teams wear jerseys that don't represent the colors of their team. I don't know. Speaking of Padres, my friend went to Petco Park the other day for their siblings' graduation. It looks amazing. Is Petco Park the San Diego Padres park? I didn't know that. Again, you learn something new every day. All right, let's get back into it. So Philly leads 14-12, just over 4 minutes to go in the first. Capella inside, up and under, no good. Joel Embiid made him forced him to change his shot, and it didn't work. Korkmaz, wait, we got a whistle. Not sure what happened. Who even goes to Petco? Well, actually, that's where I go to Petco now for my dog, because that's right across the street. We used to go to PetSmart, but now Petco is literally right down the road since we moved. So that's this pet store that we go to now. You got a Bradley Beal jersey? I have one. That's the only Wizards jersey I have currently. I used to have a Michael Jordan Wizards jersey. I'm not sure what happened to it, to be honest. And it probably doesn't fit me anymore. I had it a long time ago. Embiid, mid-range jumper, another miss. Joel Embiid 0 for 4 from the field right now. Bogdanovich has it, guarded by Hill, and he's fadeaway jumper, no good, but Capella gets the offensive rebound, and he gets inside. Kind of looked like he changed his pivot foot. I think there should have been a travel call there, to be honest, but No call, and either way, Embiid ends up with the ball because he missed the layup. And now Ben Simmons missed a layup. Too many missed layups in this game, I feel like, so far. Good defense by Grant Hill, preventing the ball from getting inside to the bigger Capella, and Grant Hill pokes it away, and then Seth Curry knocks down a three on the other end. Good defense turned into great offense. So Philly with a 17-12 lead now. Hawks driving, gets inside, no good. Embiid the rebound. Embiid's pushing it up himself. Big man running. Gets it to Grant Hill in the corner. Grant Hill uses Embiid as a pick. Oh, nice backdoor pass by Ben Simmons, hitting Harris on the baseline. And Tobias Harris. Oh, so I always get Tynbull or Tynbull, however you say his name, Tybal, and Harris mixed up when I first look at him because they have the same haircut. But it was Tybal who got the slam dunk. There you go. Awkward if he gets traded in the next week. Hopefully not. I didn't think about that. That's funny because, yeah, he could move on at any moment. He could move on at any moment. All right, Ben Simmons gets it to Seth Curry. Seth Curry driving the baseline. Step back three. Bang! Seth Curry with back-to-back threes puts the 76ers up 8 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nice jumper there. Trae Young misses on the other side. No, sorry, it was Bogdanovich. Misses on the other side. Seth Curry thought about shooting another one. Seth Curry gets it to Embiid. Embiid back to Seth Curry. Seth Curry driving. And he gets the lay-in. I love Seth Curry as a role player. Oh, he's so good. He's arguably almost better than a role player. Seriously. Like, he is a really good player. He's starting to grow on me like his brother, you know? It's just, they have very, very similar games. Ooh, Bogdanovich draws the foul from Grant Hill, and he makes the lay-in, so he has a chance for a three-point play. Remember when football stadiums turns into baseball stadiums? For example, the Raiders, their old stadium. Yeah, the Raiders used to play literally on dirt because, like, the part of their stadium would be would be dirt. Wait, it's not the off season? The off season for football? No, it's done for Oh wait, not the off season of basketball. Yeah, it's not the off season yet. So no moves should be made yet. I don't know when the off season technically starts for basketball. I guess it would be right after or like maybe a couple weeks after the finals. Grant Hill, baseline runner, does fall. Philly has jumped out to a 10-point lead now in the first quarter with a minute to go. And here comes, nice kick. And no good in the corner. Rebound. I'm not even sure who's on the court right now for. Is that Gallinari? Gallinari drives, and he's going to draw the foul. Can't quite tell who's all on the court right now. So Ngongwu is on the court. Snell. Lou Williams. 26-16, 47.7 left. I find dual use stadiums are interesting. It's not good. It's not like you don't want to get tackled on dirt. You really don't. Like, yeah, you'll find out if you haven't gotten tackled on dirt. Like, it just sucks. So, I'm personally not a fan. I feel like there should be a designated stadium. Like, I'm okay with sharing with soccer, because soccer is, also played on grass, but like you shouldn't have football players playing on straight up dirt. I don't like getting tackled on dirt is not fun. Ooh, Trae Young goes to the bench. Looks like he has a heat pad on his shoulder, so he's gonna rest up until next quarter. Ooh, Dwight Howard, following Maxi's missed layup, Dwight Howard knocks down a slam dunk, and here we go. Lou Williams gets it over to Ngongwu. Ngongwu gets it to Snell, and then Snell tried to get an alley-oop attempt, but it's going to be a foul. Looks like it's against Grant Hill. I'm playing a little mini game here. What is this? I'm so excited. Am I? Answer the question correctly. Okay. Welcome to the greatest quiz show. Okay. Odd one and out. News contestant 4 questions. Okay. Pick the odd one out. Alright, so shield that or so shears. Well, you're a smart one. Pick the odd one out. Battle axe sword, so the necklace. Ngangwu makes both free throws. Pick the odd one out. We got a fish. Pick the odd one out. We got a necklace. And I'm a winner. Mystery box, of course. 1,000 coins sucks. And we got a diamond. Sweet. Diamond's worth more than 1,000 coins, so that's cool. Tobias Harris gets it over to Tybal, and oh, nice block by Ngangwu, and saves it from going out of bounds. 3 seconds, though. Lou Williams has it. He's going to have to hit a runner, and too short. No good. And that will be the end of the first quarter. We have Philly 28, Atlanta 20. And let's see what happens with Trae Young. Trae Young's shoulder is nice and wrapped up right now. Looks like with a heat pad. What up, Spoiled? The Rays new stadium is beautiful. I can see why it's number 1. It really was. It really was. I love that glass roof. I loved the glass roof. I think the glass roof was a really nice touch. And then, obviously, that list was made before they even heard about the nightclub in the end zone. So that's cool, too. What surprised me is the Superdome is not top 15. What up, Hassan? Superdome. Is that New Orleans? Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah, he didn't put that one as top 15. That is interesting. Yeah, I didn't know why he didn't put that as top 15 either. I thought MetLife was a little too high. Oh, you know what's too high? 100%. I've been here, and it's not that nice. It is Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field was way too high. It should not be top 10. Top 10, obviously, because of the history factor. But as far as niceness and location and everything, it's no. It's a big no for me, sir. Big no. Definitely should not be top tier. Atlanta's being high was really cool. I've been to Atlanta. I have not been inside Atlanta's. I've been outside Atlanta, but I've heard great things about the inside of Atlanta's stadium as well. Who else is interesting? He put Super Bowl 14th. Oh, do you think it should be higher or lower? I think it should be higher, right? I think it definitely should be higher than Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field has those bench seating. It sucks. Aside, my day has not been too bad. I am happy to report I did go to the gym today, and we are on a full swing of our new routine. And it, I guess full swing is a little bit too much because we've only done it for one day. But we woke up at 3 a.m. We went to the gym. Then I went to work. Then I got home. I took a nap, so I'm feeling good. I'm going to take like a 3-hour, basically, nap in the middle of the night tonight. And we'll be back at the gym again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So worked out for just about 45 minutes or so. Nothing crazy. Did like 15 minutes on the treadmill. Did some bench press and some try pull downs. And then I did something else. What else did I do? I did... what did I do? Oh, and back pull downs. The fact that the Packers Stadium is just bleachers, it's just old school in my opinion. I want theater seats. Yeah, it's not that nice. You know, it was cool to say that I went because it's like the historical factor of going to Lambeau Field. So I'm glad that I went, but it's not like it was something super nice by any stretch. So we're talking about New Orleans. Yep. We talking about Atlanta or both? I'm talking about both. Well, I said like Atlanta's super nice, and I think that probably the Superdome should be higher than it was ranked as well. But we're back in it here. Grant Hill is the top of the key, getting a pick from Howard. trying to drive in, and Hill thought he had Tybal in the corner and instead throws it out of bounds. Turnover, 76ers. All right, Gallinari gets to Herder, back to Gallinari. Gallinari, jab step, pump fakes, drives the baseline, gets around Harris, but Howard there to help. Then he gets it inside to Gangwu, and Gangwu cannot make the easy hook shot 3 feet away. Ends up rolling out of the rim and ends up in the 76ers' hands. Tobias Harris, guarded by Gallinari. He drives the baseline and tries to get an alley-oop to Dwight, and Dwight catches it but cannot do anything with it. Then he tried to throw it back to Harris. Ends up being a turnover. Kevin Herder. Now it's in the corner for Snell. Snell, did that get blocked, or was that just a terrible air ball? Yikes almighty. That was not very pretty. Dwight Howard gets it to Hill. Hill driving. And good block by Ngongwu. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Dwight Howard. So Atlanta's going to get the ball. It seemed odd. I don't know how it was off of Atlanta, though. Or off of the 76ers, rather. I think that should have been off Atlanta, but I could be wrong. Lou Williams driving. Nice pass inside to Ngongwu, and good defense there by Tobias Harris. It does go out of bounds, so it's going to stay Atlanta ball. But it was a good knock away by Harris. Inside the Superdome is amazing. Glad our owner cared about our comfort. The Saints dome is beautiful at night. Yeah, I thought it was kind of an odd shape. You know what is that I was really impressed? I didn't realize like the outside like aesthetics of the what do you call it? The Indianapolis Stadium. I thought that was really pretty. Like the warehouse feel. It's in the Midwest. Ooh, nice dunk there by Dwight Howard. 30-20. Lou Williams, in and out dribble, and it's going to be a foul against Dwight Howard. So good take there by Lou. Lou will go to the line for 2 shots. Oof. Dwight Howard, alley-oop dunk. Nice dunk there. Chilling, just eating some pizza. Homemade pizza, huh? Ooh. Where's my slice? Psych. All right, Lou Williams makes both free throws, so it's an 8-point ball game right now. All right, Milton gets it over to Harris. Harris, guarded by Bogdanovich, driving. He's going to hit the runner. Yes, it rattles in. 32-22, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Atlanta will use a timeout. The Colts Stadium is really nice. We actually doing renovations on the locker room. Okay. Yeah, I was really impressed with the Colts Stadium. I liked that one a lot. And I know that's been the home of the Combine for years now, but that makes sense because it's just a great stadium. It looks really good, dome, so weather doesn't matter. It's nice. And Arizona has a great stadium as well. I know they were pretty high, maybe like 8th on the list or something, 6th. Something like that. The Patriots have a beautiful locker room. I don't know about their locker room. Their stadium is like okay to me. It doesn't like super impress me, but at the same time, it's not bad. It's not bad. Gillette Stadium. You know, I could live with it, live without it. I don't know, personally. It's funny. Bill's Stadium was actually, I think, like ranked 29th or 28th or something. Like Bill's Stadium was like way low on the list. Chargers at LA's stadium was pretty bad too, or like, as far as like pretty low on the list, according to 5 points vids or whatever. Bills was 29. Yeah, I thought it was. I knew it was really low. I couldn't remember exactly which one. I knew it wasn't dead last though, because that goes to Washington. Washington Stadium is pretty bad. Is pretty bad. Oh shit. Sorry. I need to go get some water. Maybe that'll help me wake up a little bit. Y'all need to treat your players better? Meh. Our players are fine. SoFi Stadium is beautiful. He ranked in the top 10. I don't remember which one SoFi Stadium is now. Whose stadium is SoFi? Where did Carolina Stadium rank? I must have missed that one completely. Because I don't know where he ranked Carolina Stadium at all. Did you just see that guy disappear? That's unusual. Which one's SoFi Stadium? Oh, that's the Rams Chargers one. Okay. He ranked that one low. I'm not sure why. I'm pretty sure he ranked it like outside the top 20. Not sure what his reasoning is though. Don't know what the science is. All right, I'll be right back. I'll go get a water. All right. Oh, he did rank it in the top 10? Why did I think he ranked it lower? I gotta think about that. Oh, nice pass inside by Trey Young to John Collins. Still an 8-point game, though. Philly on top. Madden 22 is almost here. Isn't it? When does it usually come out? I don't even know. Tobias Harris. Pump fake. No good off the baseline. All right. Gallinari to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich back to Gallinari. Gallinari spinning on Milton. Coming back the other way now. Big boy ball, and he's going to draw the foul. Milton's going to get called for the foul. And that will send Gallinari to the free throw line. Usually comes out in August. Okay. He ranks SoFi Stadium 5th place. He ranked the Panther Stadium in 26th. Why did I think that he ranked that? What am I getting the SoFi confused with? I thought he ranked one of them that was like pretty new, really low. I don't know. I guess I'm confused. How do you think Game 5 the Bucks Nets score prediction? I got to see if James Harden is going to play or not. If James Harden plays, I'll give the Nets the edge. But if James Harden doesn't play, then I think the Bucks may actually win that in another low-scoring game. I'd probably give it like 105-95 if Harden does not play, and then I would give like 121-108 or something if Harden does play. So it's a big swing if Harden plays or not. And Bogdanovich is going to get called for the foul on Howard. So Howard will go to the line for 2 shots here. Tim, you're going to ignore that comment. Oh, yeah, hold on. Like, if I'm telling the truth, you don't have a name your stadium suck y'all uniforms make. Oh, you don't have a name. Your stadium sucks. Y'all uniforms make you look like Ronald McDonald, and your locker room look like a high school's. And I'm not trying to be funny. Well, I mean, we're going to get a new stadium. That's fine. I don't mind our uniforms. Our uniforms are fine. Our stadium does suck. That's true. And the name, I mean, the name is what it is. Well, you know, nobody cares about that. I shouldn't, like, the fans do, but none of the players care. So Dwight Howard makes 1 of 2 free throws. Seven-point lead now for the Philly. Chill, he's doing his quest. No quest today. I finished the quest yesterday. Right now I'm just leveling up my attack and then just collecting some big bones to eventually level up my prayer. And we're going to get a foul on Ben Simmons on the ground, though, so that'll be an inbound play. Joel Embiid's going to enter the game again for the 76ers. We got 7:43 to go in the second quarter. Hey, Tim, you're the Washington expert. What's FedEx Field like? So FedEx Field, it's in the middle of nowhere, kind of. Like, there's no good way to get to it other than parking. Parking is outrageously expensive, okay? Like, outrageously. Like, a green pass, which is not even that close to the stadium, like, you still have a decent walk to the stadium, and you can see the stadium. It's not, like, that far, but, I mean, it's not like you're right up next to it. It's not like a parking garage right next to it. It's, like, $70-$80 a parking pass. The cash lot, which is legitimately maybe 3/4 of a mile away from the stadium, like, almost a full mile away from the stadium, you are paying $50 to park in the cash lot. Like, and cash lot just means you can walk up with cash and you give it to them. You don't have to actually have a prepaid pass. The green lot, the orange lot, the purple lot and platinum lot are the 2 lots that are closest. Orange lot is the next closest, and then green lot is the farthest. And it's like a $15 difference for every lot or something like that. So the parking situation does suck, just like the guy said, and it takes forever to get out of there at the end of the day. Like, literally, we purposely bring, like, food and stuff for after the game to just sit in the parking lot and wait instead of waiting for the traffic to get out. Like, it's just instead of waiting in traffic, we, like, bring food, we bring cornhole boards, we bring other stuff to, like, entertain ourselves until traffic dies down, and then we try to get out of there. But yeah, $70-$80 for parking. Usually parking is more expensive than my ticket. A lot of times I can get into the stadium for like $40 on StubHub when I wait till like last minute, but then I have to pay $50 for parking. So that sucks. Then I have then once you're in the stadium, the first level's okay. They added like a new bar area at one of the end zones, which is kind of cool. Like they used to have like just like basically move away stands that had like the normal seating, but there was like a section that was basically like instead of going into the area and walking down, you could like walk up, and there was like maybe 10 rows of like seating for that was like kind of like a almost basically like you could move them around. Like from the back, you could tell that they were just placed there later. From the front, they just looked like normal seats. So it's not like it was like terrible seating or anything. But anyway, they removed those and then completely opened up this area so that it was like a whole, it has 2 bars there so that you could see out to the field, like standing there having a beer so you don't have to be at your seat, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, like it is what it is. Another terrible thing about FedEx Field is that to get to the 400 levels, so the 400 levels is like the nosebleed, quote unquote, sections, is there's no escalators, there's no elevators, there's no nothing except ramps. So you literally have to take a ramp that is probably like it's almost like a football field length ramp. And you have to walk this way, that way, this way, and there's probably like 10 of them. So you have to walk like 10 football fields just to get up to that section, and then you have to walk around to your seat, wherever that is. That sucks. The field sucks. The grass, like the real grass, sucks. So many people have gotten hurt there. I was at the game that Adrian Peterson tore his ACL when he was a Viking. I was also at the game when Alex Smith planted his leg and got screwed. So it's just a terrible field that way. The atmosphere in a lot of ways sucks because, first of all, our fans are stupid. They're not engaged in the game. It sucks. Like when it's third down, you want to get loud. A lot of people don't get loud fast enough, so then it's kind of pointless. The 12th man sucks. They also just suck as far as we're such a transient area in Washington, so there's so many people that have come all throughout the world, all throughout the country, and there's so many fans of other teams, so other people's fans just completely take over our stadium, which sucks. Like, literally, it's like a Vikings game. Of all teams, Vikings, and it's like 60% Vikings fans, and are somehow it's like 40% Jacksonville Jaguar fans. Like, nobody's a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. How in the world are they taking over our stadium? You know, like, there's so many Jacksonville Jaguars. Dolphins take over. Like, weird random teams that you wouldn't expect. It's not like, you know, like Cowboys fans. Apparently there's more Cowboys fans in D.C. than there are Washington fans. And that has to do with, like, the past because of, like, a lot of, like, generational black families do not like Washington because of the history of racism. So they kind of became a Cowboys fan in spite of the home team. So there's more. So I would expect the Cowboys fans to kind of have a takeover. Pittsburgh's not that far up the road, so I'm not surprised that they can take over, especially when they're good. But there's some weird teams that you would not expect to completely take over the stadium that just do. And we have good fans that travel. I've been to away games. There's a lot of Washington fans at other games and stuff too. But it's just different in our stadium. It sucks. What else is there about our stadium? Is there anything else you would want to know about our stadium compared to like other stadiums? I may be able to help you out. All right, so Tobias Harris knocks down a two-pointer, so it's 46-38, under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Trae Young gets inside, and he can't hit the runner. Joel Embiid, the rebound. He kicks it up to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris leaves it for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons can't get the layup, but he gets his own rebound, and he kicks it out to Seth Curry. Seth Curry guarded by Trae Young. Tried to get around him, but did not work. Joel Embiid now has it on the block, guarded by Capella. Jab step, spinning around to the baseline. Fadeaway jumper. Yes, sir. So smooth. Philly back up by 10. 48-38, 4:20. Giggity. To go in the second quarter. Trae Young driving. Oh, that was a travel. Definitely a carry. Don't know how we got away with that because the ref looked right at him. Terrible no call. John Collins gets a wide open three. Off the backboard. No good. And Seth Curry the rebound. Seth Curry coming the other way. Tobias Harris gets it over to Maxey in the corner. Maxey drives the baseline. Nice pass to Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons leaves it for Joel Embiid. And then Trae Young is going to foul Joel Embiid on the way to the basket. Good foul there to prevent him from getting an easy lay-in. It was a hard foul to not let him to get an and one. So it's a 10-point lead, and Joel Embiid will go to the free throw line with 2 shots. Joel Embiid, man, a 7-footer that can do that fadeaway baseline jumper is just, I mean, it's Dirk Nowitzki level. You know, it's unstoppable. All I hear Tim saying is things suck. It's not good. It's not good, Hassan. I mean, we need a new stadium, and there's a reason that there's a lot of talks about getting a new stadium. You know? Oh, Trae Young got called for a technical foul, actually, but Seth Curry missed the free throw. So a little ball don't lie action. Joel Embiid, free throw now, makes the first one. So it's 49-38 now with 3:57 to go. Joel Embiid makes the second. So it's a 12-point game now, Philly on top. If the colors don't match at all, what? You still talking about our uniforms that are spoiled? Steph Curry to Maxey, wide open three in the corner. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Maxey knocks down the three, and it's a 15-point ball game all of a sudden. Atlanta in shambles. 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Got to get something going. Now Bogdanovich jacks up a three off the back of the rim. No good. Tobias Harris the rebound. Philly looking to add to their lead. Pass inside. Ben Simmons gets the turnaround lay-in. And it's getting a little out of hand. Atlanta needs to stop the bleeding. What in the world was that? Trae Young pointed at the ref and looked like he yelled something. I'm not sure what that was. Nope, no technical on that one, so we'll see what happens. I like the other colors, but the yellow is What yellow? Nobody wears yellow, okay? We wear gold. It's burgundy and gold. What are you guys saying over here? We got 8 people in better like or the butt fumble guy will be your franchise quarterback. Thank you, Spoiled, for the threatening words. A lot of comments all of a sudden. I've been to FedEx Field, went during 2019 scene for the Giants in week 16 or 15 or 16. I honestly forgot. It's not that good. I've been there plenty of times, trust me. $78 for parkings, yes. Tim, when are you going to get a new game in color? Please pray y'all get yellow out. Y'all, it fits. It's hard to match. No, burgundy and gold is fine. I love my burgundy and gold. Don't get rid of my burgundy and gold. I'd be very upset if burgundy and gold is not our colors anymore. It's fine. You get your gold and black, okay? We're burgundy and gold. Celeste, week 15, because in week 16 you guys were facing the Eagles. Well, there you go. See? Gridiron, something around the range. It was the game where Dwayne Haskins got hurt. We lost in overtime. Oh, okay. Yep. That was a good game. That was a good game. Have I been to a Washington football team overtime game? You know what's crazy is I don't think I've ever been to a overtime game for Washington. I've been to quite a few games. And I don't think I've ever been to an overtime game. And, when you think about it, I don't know how many, overtime games we've had. Washington doesn't usually have a lot of overtime games. I think about, the Cincinnati one, the Giants one you talked about. How many games have gone into overtime for Washington over, the last 10 years? 3, 4, maybe? And I haven't gone to any of them. Pull up your uniform? Okay. Burgundy and gold, baby. Burgundy and gold. Get the stripes on the helmets. It's a pretty uniform with the trim, the gold trim, the burgundy colors. The cool visor he has. Burgundy and gold is beautiful. You can see it looks kind of yellow in the lining. I mean, I guess. But, I mean, Gold looks... They literally call it yellow gold. Yellow gold ring. Like, it's literally... When you look at gold rings, it's a yellow gold. Like, look at this. I mean, that's like a yellow. There's literally white gold, there's rose gold, and then there's yellow gold. I mean, yes, it's a yellowish color, but gold is, like, there's a yellow type of gold. You can look at this one. It's pretty yellowy. This one's pretty yellowy. Yellowy feel here. A little bit of yellow there. But yeah, yellow gold. Pull up the Saints uniform. Yeah, I bet that looks yellow as well. I mean, it looks less yellow, if you want to say that. I mean, this looks pretty yellow. The number 9. The 41 looks yellow. This whole thing looks yellow here. But they call it yellow gold. Oh, wait, gold. It's gold, my bad. Just the man that almost looked yellow. Okay, fair enough. Is it me or the new helmet for Washington looks a little different because the color looks a bit darker? The Washington uniforms? Yeah, it's probably like a little bit darker burgundy. I don't know. I mean, you can see here, this is the old Redskins one. It's probably slightly darker burgundy, yeah. I mean, if you look at these two, though, they're both pretty dark. But it's probably slightly different, yeah. John Collins gets inside, finally makes a bucket there to try to stop the bleeding. It's 57-52 now. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Ty Bull gets it to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons to Embiid. Embiid pump faking passes all over the place. Finally gets it a pass. And then Ty Bull tried to pass it inside. Almost lost it. Gets his own turnover. Seth Curry. All of that mess, it ends up in Seth Curry's hands, and he knocks down another 3. Seth Curry, what does he have already? He has 11 points, 4 for 5 shooting. What a baller. Trae Young inside. Ben Simmons swats that away, saying, no, sir. And he's bringing it the other way. Ben Simmons attacking. Behind the back, kicks it out to Ty Bull. Ty Bull, wide open 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Bogdanovich, the rebound. Bogdanovich coming the other way. Getting a pick from Capella. And Bogdanovich does hit the fadeaway mid-range jumper. Still a 16-point game. Let's try to see if they can't make it within 12 by the end of this quarter, giving them a shot to come back in the third. See if they can't get 2 stops and 2 buckets real quick. Ben Simmons slowing it down. 14 seconds on the shot clock now. Getting a pick from Korkmaz. Ben Simmons comes in to attack, but there's going to be a foul called. It looks like it's going to be on the ground, but Philly's in the bonus. So Ben Simmons will go to the free throw line. Pull up the 49ers uniform. I will in a second here. Yeah, the Hawks are done. We have a dark gold, and y'all have a light gold? Sure, I'll take that. Bro, how in the world did Packers match their colors? You don't like green and yellow? They're, I think, green and yellow, I believe. Ben Simmons missed the first free throw, so good foul so far for Trae. Ben Simmons definitely struggles from the free throw line. Second free throw's up and missed again. All right, 50 seconds. Let's see if they can't get 2 buckets. I want to see them get within 12 points here. Trae Young has it, gets it over to Herder, back to Trae. Trae with 14 seconds on the shot clock, gets it to Herder. Herder looking to get a pick from Gallinari. Doesn't use it, goes the other way. Herder, nice spin move off the glass. All right, it's a 14-point game. Let's get another stop here. Kevin Herder. And, nope, it looks like the Sixers will use a timeout with 35.2 seconds to go in the second quarter. So do you say like red and gold? Is that what a Is that what a 49ers fan says? Red and gold? White, gold, and scarlet. Oh! Scarlet and gold. I remember when Case Keenum came in and for the game-tying touchdown, he fumbled in the end zone and Big Boy picked it up for a TD. I'm not sure which game you're referring to. Bro, how in the world did the Packers match their colors? It's funny. Yeah, red and gold. It's actually scarlet and gold. Your colors are scarlet and gold. It sounds like a movie. Well, that is happening. We still have 4 spots left for fantasy. Ooh, yes. Get into Spoiled's Fantasy Football League if you have not joined yet. And if you're interested, contact him on the Discord. Discord link in the description of this live stream. Also, if you go to my last video, the description will be there as well. Bro, I want to beat the Giants so bad. This is just hurting me that we can't beat this bum Daniel Jones. I know Ron wants his revenge and he's going to get it. Yeah, we got to beat the Giants this year at some point. I said we're going to beat them the first game and lose the second game. All right, Philly does end up making a bucket, so it's back to a 16-point lead. Trey Young gets it to Herder. Herder left open for 3. Yes, sir! Nice shot there. All right, it's 62-49, so they didn't quite get it within 12, but they did get it within 13. Ben Simmons holds it. 5 seconds now. Gets to Seth Curry. Seth Curry is going to jack up a 3 of his own off the front of the rim. No good. And Herder throws it. I don't even know if he got it off in time, but he missed. All right, so that will be the halftime score. 62-49, 76ers on top. Embiid and Curry combined for, not combined, sorry, both have 13 apiece. Tobias Harris has 14. Over for the Hawks, they're shooting very, very poorly. 17 for 51 so far, 5 for 17 from 3. Terrible shooting night for the Hawks. Bogdanovich has 12. Capella and Young both have 8. Trey Young is having an off night, 3 for 12 from the field for himself. And, yeah, the bench is 0 from the field, 0 for 1 for Garnett, 0 for 2 from Gankwu. Snell is 0 for 3 from 3, and Lou Williams 0 for 2. They only have free throw points coming off the bench. So, terrible, terrible shooting night for the Hawks. Meanwhile, the 76ers are shooting through the roof. It's actually, just looking at those numbers, it's shocking that this game is not more out of hand because 53.2% shooting for Philly, while 70%, or just under 70%, like 65% from 3. Wowzers. So, 5 for 10 from the free throw line, though. That's not good. Ben Simmons, 0 for 3. Yikes. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the videos. Let's go ahead. We wanted to watch this Teddy Bridgewater one.
Some quarterbacks get all the luck. Some don't get any. In the case of Teddy Bridgewater, he's got his feet planted firmly in the latter camp. His career has spanned major ups and downs, but mostly downs. Terrible twists of fate, unfortunate sliding door moments, and plain bad luck. From teammates letting him down, unlucky roster decisions, and his body betraying him, Teddy Bridgewater has traveled one of the toughest roads of anyone who's played the game. But he's still got a chance to make it as a starting quarterback. Maybe even take his team to the promised land. This is the story of Teddy Bridgewater and all of his terrible breaks. I know exactly what you're thinking, that I don't look anything like I sound. But now that I have you here, let me hit you with some fatherly advice. Listen here, Sonny, just like my stupid face and my voice, you don't want to give a girl a mismatched impression of your junk. You didn't clean your apartment on that third date to have her meet Harry and the Hendersons down there. And that's why you need the all-new Lawnmower 4.0, the 4th generation trimmer from Manscaped.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, we'll thank you. Teddy's first bad break came before he set foot on an NFL field, before he even set foot on a college campus. In 2008, Bridgewater was the starting quarterback for Miami Northwestern High School, and he had led his squad to the Florida Class 6A state championship game. Bridgewater's Bulls put up 21 in the first quarter, but allowed the Sanford Seminoles, led by future NFL wide receiver Ray Armstrong, to climb back into the game. The 21-point lead vanished, and with less than 30 seconds to go, Sanford receiver Andre Dubose wrestled a 40-yard bomb away from the defender and won the game for the Seminoles. For the first time, Bridgewater watched a golden opportunity slip away. He'd have to get used to that. Despite the high school heartbreaker, Teddy B was recruited to Louisville, where he took the starting job as a freshman and progressed steadily before putting together a stellar junior year, throwing 31 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions. Add in back-to-back bowl victories, and the NFL was paying attention. But Teddy was unlucky again, and the issue was timing. Becoming draft eligible in 2014, Bridgewater shared a draft class with Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel, and Derek Carr. I promise, those first 2 names meant something different back then. CBS Sports' Pete Prisco reported that had Teddy Bridgewater been eligible to declare for the draft a year earlier, he would have been the first quarterback taken, maybe even the first overall pick. That year, the only signal caller to go in the first was FSU's E.J. Manuel. A swing and a miss. Instead, Teddy's 2014 class had more, shall we say, potential, and it caused him to slip to number 32 overall, where he was snagged by the Minnesota Vikings, a team coming off a 5-10-1 season. Nope, even though he fell to the end of the first, he couldn't even land on a playoff team. Despite a poor 2013, Bridgewater did turn the Vikes into a playoff squad just 2 years later, in 2015. In fact, they took the whole NFC North, beating out Aaron Rodgers for the crown. Congratulations, your first playoff game is against the 2-time defending NFC champion Seattle Seahawks. Oh, and by the way, it's negative 6 degrees outside with a wind chill of minus 25. Have fun there, Teddy. Despite the brutal conditions, Bridgewater performed admirably in a defensive struggle. His future Hall of Fame running back contributed nothing, save for 45 yards on the ground and a crucial fourth-quarter fumble. But on his final drive, down a point, Bridgewater put together a 6-play, 52-yard drive that set up the Vikings with a chip shot field goal to win the game. And here's what happened next. Coming off another devastating playoff loss for Bridgewater, the now 4th-year quarterback hit the ground running in the 2016 preseason. The Vikes had a top 10 roster, a brand new stadium, and a legit shot at the Super Bowl. This was supposed to be the turning point in his career, the breakout season, the stepping stone to greatness. Fate didn't cooperate.
Really tough news for former Louisville quarterback and current Minnesota Vikings QB Teddy Bridgewater. 25 minutes into practice today, Bridgewater went down with a non-contact injury to his left knee.
Terrible.
The severity of Alex Smith's injury has somewhat obscured the devastation that was Teddy Bridgewater's training camp injury in 2016. Unlike Alex Smith, we don't have video of the calamity, but the first-hand accounts are enough to paint the picture. ESPN's Ben Gosling wrote that several players threw their helmets and shouted expletives as they scattered, and many simultaneously dropped to one knee in prayer. Moments later, a siren-blaring ambulance pulled into the team's Winter Park headquarters, stayed for about 10
minutes. Yeah, they knew immediately, their teammates. It's like, crap, we had a chance to do something this year, and then we lost our quarterback. But then they made a move for Sam Bradford, and it was like, meh. But they didn't even, I don't even know who their backup was before they traded that first-round pick to the Eagles.
Bridgewater had torn his ACL,
Sam
dislocated his knee, and suffered other structural damage. It was also the last practice of the preseason. As a result, the team prepared for life without their 2014 first-round pick and traded a first-rounder for Sam Bradford, who is hot trash melting in direct sunlight. Sam was unable to lead them to a second straight playoff berth, while making a lot of money.
The fast delivery was great there. I gotta slow this down. Hold on. Let me go back to normal speed. I'm curious the delivery on that one.
The team prepared for life without their 2014 first-round pick and traded a first-rounder for Sam Bradford, who is hot trash melting in direct sunlight.
Delivery was better on faster pace. Delivery was better.
First-round pick. Traded a first-rounder for Sam Bradford, who is hot trash melting in direct sunlight. Sam was unable to lead them to a second straight playoff.
Who's hot trash melting in direct sunlight? Oh my God. Imagine trading a first-rounder for Sam Bradford. Imagine.
Off birth, while making a lot of money.
What's going to happen with Mr. Bridgewater? We know that even with the best care, he has a 20% chance of having a terrible knee for the rest of his life.
Meanwhile, the recovery was arduous, but Bridgewater never let it get the best of him. Dr. Dan Cooper, who performed surgery on Bridgewater, described the bloody details. It's mangled. You make the skin incision and there's nothing there. It's almost like a war wound. Everything is blown, Cooper said. This surgery was an absolute gut test, a test of what you're made of, and I've seen it break people down. Never saw it break Teddy down. Most people have no idea the volume of the workload this kid had to put in. He had a toothpick of a leg he had to rebuild. Jesus. Bridgewater took until week 15 of the 2017 season to get back on the field, this time as Case Keenum's backup. The Vikings advanced to the NFC Championship despite their makeshift quarterback situation. Despite going through hell and back, Bridgewater was no longer in the team's plans. Luckily for Bridgewater, there was a team with an opening at the quarterback position. The New York Jets signed Teddy B in March of 2018, a month prior to the draft.
His first mistake, signing with the Jets.
Finally healed after an injury that cost him 2 years of his career, it looked like Bridgewater finally had his own team. He even shined in the 2018 preseason looking like the Teddy of old, pre-2016. Finally had his own team. He even shined in the 2018 preseason looking like the Teddy of old, pre-2016. There was one problem. The Jets weren't done at quarterback when they signed Bridgewater. Just a month before, New York spent the 3rd overall pick on USC quarterback Sam Darnold. With that kind of investment, it was clear that Bridgewater wouldn't get a serious chance to start. Plus, it's the Jets. And even though the 5th-year QB outperformed the rookie, the Jets showed Teddy the door. It was 2019, and Teddy had finally been given the keys to the car for the foreseeable future, at least. Saints starting quarterback Drew Brees had injured his right thumb in a Week 2 loss, and Sean Payton gave the ball to the quarterback he had acquired for a 3rd-round pick a year ago. The Saints' investment proved wise. For more than a month, Teddy Bridgewater showed he was as good as he was before his knee injury. Maybe better.
2nd and 10. Setting up the screen, Kamara. Ruckers in front.
Oh, he showed how much he was so great, and then the highlight you show is a screen pass that I could make. Not saying that he wasn't fine, he was fine, but that's the highlight you show. There we go, that's a good throw. That's a much better throw there. There we go.
Third down and goal. Bridgewater to Hill, and it's a touchdown for the Saints. Josh Hill filling in for Jared Cook. 3rd down. Bridgewater.
Who thought Taysom Hill when anybody heard Hill? Not Josh Hill.
Under pressure, lofts. Oh my! What a throw and what a catch by Thomas.
Teddy took the field 5 times as a starter, and 5 times he left a winner. Armed with one of the best rosters in the NFL, Bridgewater Saints tore through their opponents, winning 3 of 5 on the road. Teddy threw 9 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions, matching the efficiency of the future Hall of Famer he had replaced. The only problem, that future Hall of Famer was coming back for one last ride. Had Brees retired after the 2019 season, the Saints would have likely stuck with Bridgewater rather than let him walk in free agency. But the Saints icon came back for a 20th NFL season, and well,
true.
What happened.
Pass is caught.
Meanwhile, in Carolina, Teddy had earned a 3-year, $63 million deal with the Panthers, by far the biggest payday of his career. The starting job was his, and he had an elite group of receivers. DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Robbie Anderson were all at his disposal. Not to mention the best back in the game, Christian McCaffrey, coming off a season where he had surpassed 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. And scratch that. Teddy had lost his best playmaker in just the 2nd week of the season. He was also losing games, but not by a lot. In 2020, Teddy Bridgewater went 0-8 on potential game-winning or game-tying drives. The Panthers played in 12 games decided by 1 score. They only won 3 of them. It wasn't good enough for Carolina, and in the offseason, Bridgewater was replaced once again by Sam Darnold. Bridgewater was burned by bad luck repeatedly throughout his career in the NFL, but in Carolina, Teddy kind of made his
twice
bad
by
luck.
the same
Without
guy.
McCaffrey, the QB came up short in almost every big spot. But maybe it wasn't all his fault.
One of the things we didn't do much of when I was there, we didn't practice 2-minute really. We didn't practice red zone. Yeah, I mean, it's, I guess the game is becoming about science, and trying to keep guys healthy. So, like, you didn't practice on Fridays there, but you walk through you walk through the red zone stuff, and then Saturday you come out and practice red zone, but you only get like 15 live reps in.
Whether or not you can blame the coaching, the fact of the matter is that it didn't work out. That's not the end of the.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard like negative things talked about Matt Rule. I thought Matt Rule was actually a pretty decent coach, but Teddy was actually having some harsh words there about the coach. Like, not practicing right, not doing the right things. Interesting. Huh.
Teddy Bridgewater's story, strength and resolve, all these still remains. To come back so many times for so many reasons is a testament to a player's strength and resolve. All these bad breaks have made Teddy resilient, and the Denver Broncos took a low-risk shot at the guy.
I didn't know what. That Matt Rule's not a good coach? I thought Matt Rule was a pretty good coach. Is T-Swizz still here? Somebody was saying hi to him. Whatever. No, I thought Matt Rule was a good coach. I was actually having a decent year panned out for the Carolina Panthers.
And if that's not proof, these bad breaks have made Teddy resilient, and the Denver Broncos took a low-risk shot at the guy who's not even 30 yet. And if that's not proof the Broncos are going to trade for Aaron Rodgers, well, I don't know what is.
Well, let's just check Twitter real quick.
Cheekiness aside, Teddy Bridgewater has had a lot to deal with, and he's still here. Let's hope his luck turns for the better, and the troubled water beneath him is calm. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not... Josh Rosen would have been the number.
Interesting. He makes an interesting point about the unluckiness. He definitely is not. Like, that was definitely. He's definitely not a lucky quarterback. There's no doubt about that. Can I just take the route? No. Okay. So he's right about that. I don't know. I'm just thinking about like the unluckiest. I don't know. It's interesting. I knew about the torn ACL. I knew that was super unlucky. He's not a good coach in terms of practice. I did not know that. Don't know why I would, but now I know. Never looked into it. I just assumed Matt Rule was a pretty good coach. I've only heard good things about him. Like, that's the first time I heard negative things about Matt Rule. What else we got over here? TPS. Every team's kryptonite. From zero playoff wins to Super Bowl champion. Oh, Matt Stafford has no playoff win? That's right, they lost to the Cowboys that one year. I didn't realize that. Fair enough, Spoiled. Fair enough. Yeah, I did not know that he has I've always heard good things about Matt Rule. How long is this one? Probably don't have time to finish it, though.
Your favorite team's kryptonite, turning them from supermen into nothing. But do both of their mothers have the name Martha?
Why did you say that name? Say Martha!
Everything and everyone has their own weakness. For Superman, it's kryptonite. For sharks, it's dolphins. For Coca-Cola, it's Mentos. You get it. For your favorite NFL team, be it a specific player, team, or stadium, there's always that one kryptonite that they just can't seem to conquer. Before we get started, we'd like to give a big shout out to Bash Prod for suggesting this video. Arizona Cardinals, Sean McVay. The Cardinals absolutely dominated this rivalry until Sean McVay arrived in La La Land. Since then, the Rams have gone a perfect 8-0 against the Cardinals. This included the winner-go-home Week 17 contest in the 2020 season. Arizona's last win against the Rams took place in Week 17 of the 2016 season, 1 year before McVay took over as LA's head coach. Atlanta Falcons, big leads. The Falcons just haven't been the same since their Super Bowl collapse that saw them go a 25-point second half lead. Clearly, it's in their heads. And they're able to fight through. 2020 was a clear sign of this. They blew a 20-point lead against the Dallas Cowboys in Week 2, a 16-point lead against the Chicago Bears in Week 3, and a 17-point lead against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 15. And the Falcons should just stop trying to build leads beyond 10 points. Baltimore Ravens, Patrick Mahomes. This one doesn't need a lengthy explanation. The Ravens always think the defense has had success against mostly quarterbacks, but not Patrick Mahomes. The Ravens are 0-3 against Mahomes. In those meetings, he has completed 70.45% of his passes for 1,136 yards, 9 touchdowns, and just 1 pick. Keep trying, Ravens. Buffalo Bills, Tom Brady. Tom Brady won a ridiculous 32-3 against the Bills during his tenure with the New England Patriots. And when you know it, once Brady departed for Tampa Bay in 2020, the Bills pulled off the season sweep of the Pats. Go figure. Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints. The rivalry was a little more balanced than the early years of the Cam Newton era, but since 2017, it's been all Saints. Dating back to the 2017 season, Carolina has lost 8 of 9 meetings with the Saints, including 1 playoff game. Their lone win came in Week 17 of the 2018 campaign, and the Saints arrested most of their starters. Hardly worth celebrating, but whatever. Chicago Bears, franchise quarterbacks. If you discount Jim McMahon's brief success in the 80s, the Bears haven't had a true star franchise quarterback since Sid Luckman, whose final season took place in 1950. Mr. Trubisky was a bust.
Wait, did they say quarterback?
The lone win came in Week 17 of the 2018 campaign, and the Saints arrested most of their starters. Hardly worth celebrating, but whatever. Chicago Bears, franchise quarterbacks. If you discount Jim McMahon's brief success in the 80s, the Bears haven't had a true star franchise quarterback since Sid Luckman, whose final season took place in 1950. Mr. Trubisky was a bust. Is Justin Fields the answer? Only time will tell. Cincinnati Bengals, playoff wins. The Bengals haven't won a playoff game since 1990. What more you need to know? They were 1 and done in 2005, 2009, 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, and 15. So yeah, next. Cleveland Browns, hiring head coaches. Hiring the right head coach isn't easy, but it's not impossible either. Just don't tell that to the Cleveland Browns. This team has been going through head coaches like they're soiled underwear the past 2 decades. That's an analogy. When's the last time a coach lasted 5 years with the Browns? That would be Bill Belichick, who coached the team from 1991 right up until 1995, when that version of the Browns unceremoniously packed up and left for Baltimore. Since 2009, when they hired Eric Mangini, the Browns have had 8 different guys take on the head coaching job. Have they finally found their man in Kevin Stefanski? Let's hope so. They're like the true underdogs, so make it happen. Dallas Cowboys, Aaron Rodgers. Cowboys fans simply cringe anytime they see.
No, not Aaron Rodgers. There's so many kryptonites themselves. Like Dallas's kryptonite is their own self, not Aaron Rodgers. It's just them. Like it's just their existence. That's the Cowboys.
This man on the team schedule. A showdown with Rodgers is practically a guaranteed L. Since 2010, Rodgers has gone 6-2 against America's team. This includes thrilling wins in the 2014 and 2016 NFC divisional rounds. And who can forget his last-second heroics in Week 5 of the 2017 season? Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs. The Broncos won their first 7 meetings against the Chiefs in the Peyton Manning era, and then everything completely flipped. The Chiefs have won every single meeting since Week 10 of the 2015 season. That's right, 11 straight W's and counting. Detroit Lions running the ball. When it comes to running the football, no one does it worse than the Lions. Since Barry Sanders retired following the 1998 season, the Lions have had, ready for it, just 4 1,000-yard rushers in 22 seasons.
Barry
Even
Sanders.
those 1,000-yard performances were rather lackluster, with neither of them topping 1,185 yards. Oh yeah, and Kerryon Johnson ran for 101 yards against the Pats in Week 3 of the 2018 season. Well, it became the first Lions running back to top 100 yards since 2013.
They know it's been 4.5 years.
Really? I didn't realize that.
Just they got a guy rush for 100 yards, and the rookie does it.
Simply put, the Lions have been trying and failing to establish their run for nearly a quarter century. Green Bay Packers NFC Championship games. Even with an all-time great Aaron Rodgers, the Packers have somehow dropped 4 straight NFC Championship games. 2 of them were blowouts against Atlanta and San Francisco in 2016 and 2019. The other 2 against Seattle in 2014 and Tampa Bay in 2020. Houston Texans, Indianapolis. Visiting the Colts, simply put, hasn't been very nice for the Texans since their inaugural 2002 season. Houston has just 3 road wins against its arch rivals. In fact, they didn't get their first W in Indianapolis until the 2015 season. They scored victories there again in 2016 and 2018. The Lucas Oil Stadium has been the main source of kryptonite for Houston. Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots. Even with Tom Brady long gone, the Pats remain the Colts' #1 kryptonite. The Colts haven't beat Bill Belichick and company since the 4th and 2 game in 2009. New England has gone 8-0 against the Colts since 2010, including victories in the 2013 divisional round and 2014 AFC Championship game. Jacksonville Jaguars. Derrick Henry. Through his first 10
I don't like that one because they've beat them twice in the AFC Championship. I don't like that one. Colts. What's a better one for the Colts? The Colts. Should be a better one for the Colts. Colts kryptonite. The Patriots. I'm not a fan of that one. I mean, that was bad that they've had a bad run against them, but you know, if it's their kryptonite, you don't beat your kryptonite in arguably the most important game of your conference. It is the most important game of the conference in the AFC Championship twice. And that was Bill Belichick and Tom Brady that they beat twice. What's a good one? I don't know. We'll see. Well, the point is that maybe Stefanski changed it, but it was hiring head coaches for a long time. All right, we're back in it. All right, so it's 64-52, Philly on top. Ben Simmons driving the baseline, and he definitely traveled. The whole stands is calling for travel, and I agreed with him. And it's a long rebound from Embiid's 3, ends up in Embiid's hands again. Tobias Harris behind the back. Now he steps up a 3, no good, and Collins the rebound. Trae Young has it. He's coming the other way. Hesitation dribble. He's going to draw a foul, and they're going to say it's on the ground? Maybe, I guess it might be okay if a call. I don't think it's the call I would have made personally. Yeah, you know what? He kind of was dribbling, and then after he got hit, he went for the shot. So I kind of agree with it, actually. I kind of agree. All right, Capella to Trae Young. Trae Young driving the lane, and he will hit the runner. So it's back down to a 10-point game now, 64-54. 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Trae Young has only 10 points tonight on 4 for 14 shooting. Tough night for him. He does have 10 assists, though, so he has a double-double. Tobias Harris gets a pick from Embiid. Now looking to go. Pump fakes. Gets it inside to Embiid inside the paint. And Embiid fade away and no good. Rolls out of the rim. Capella the rebound. Herter now has it up top. Runs across court now. Gets a pick from Capella. Herter thinks about pulling up a mid-range jumper. No good. Or does not take it. Trae Young. In and out dribble. Step back. Pump fake. Kicks it back out to Herter. Herter's going to have to do something with it. He does a step back 3. In and out, no good. Embiid, the rebound. Tobias Harris coming the other way. Kicks out to Embiid. Embiid left wide open, straight on, and in and out, off the backboard. Almost went in off the backboard and still find its way out of the basket. Trae Young is going to draw another foul, but again, it's going to be on the floor, and he hits the basket upset. He's saying, dude, I am going for a shot. It's a runner. What are you not understanding here? So an inbound pass. So Trae Young has it again. Looking to get he's going inside. Nice pass. Good pass. He got Embiid off his feet. Then he passed it around his back. Around Embiid's back, that is. Took wide open Capella for an easy lay-in. All right, so the lead back down to only single digits. Embiid gets it to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons to Tobias Harris. Now he's going to set a pick over for Embiid. Embiid right now triple teamed. Find somebody that's opened. Too late. Trae Young gets back on defense for Seth Curry. Seth Curry step back jumper. Seth Curry is so smooth, dude. Every day he's looking more and more like his brother. I swear. It's crazy. Bogdanovich. Trae Young's going to jack up a long 3 with plenty of time on the shot clock. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Now, Korkmaz ends up losing it off his foot out of bounds, so turnover right back. Good step back jumper there by Seth. Trae Young, good pass! Great pass to a driving John Collins. John Collins setting the pick for him. And pick and roll works beautifully between Trae Young and John Collins. Let's get the scoreboard back up. Embiid to Korkmaz. Korkmaz, 3. Yes, sir. A little bit behind. I got to get cracking. What? Oh, they're going to say it tipped, and then it was tipped again? Wow, 2 breaks there for Atlanta, and Herder, wide open 3. Yes, sir. Wow. It could have been a travel on Trae Young, but no, they say he tipped it. Then it could have been a back court, but no, they said they tipped it. And then it ends up being a 3 from Kevin Herder. What a shot there. Tobias Harris, turnaround fadeaway jumper in the paint is good. 71-61. Bogdanovich coming the other way, can't make a 3, and Embiid the rebound. Ben Simmons is, going to get a weird foul by Herder. I guess they wanted to stop the clock to get a sub in. So, weird foul to give, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Atlanta after the foul. So, we'll fast forward through the commercial. I know the Rams video is going to be interesting, but I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. Okay, we'll look at it after. Trae Young and Chris Paul, best true point guards in the league? Chris Paul is what you would call... No, I would not call Trae Young the best true point guard, I don't think. Because I would take Steph Curry over him. Because what do you consider a true point guard? Because Chris Paul, if you're saying a true point guard, you're talking about a guy that's more of a facilitator than a scorer. And Trae Young's definitely a scorer. So I would not take Trae Young over Steph Curry, because if you're saying it's not scorers, then Trae Young's out of that conversation too. And then also, would you take Trae Young over a guy like Damian Lillard? I don't think so. Unless you don't, I don't know why you wouldn't include Damian Lillard as a true point guard. And then Trae Young also, is he even over somebody like Kyrie? I don't know. I think he has a lot of competition before you even get there. I should do that sooner rather than later, Gridiron Yuki. I'm kind of slack-a-lacking on videos. I need to do that more sooner rather than later. That's a good idea, though. All right, I'll be right back. No, Dame is insane. I was just spitballing. Dame is nuts. Yeah, exactly. I would take Dame and Steph Curry over Trae. And then I would have to think about other people. I don't know if I would take anybody else. I would have to think about it. And then maybe Kyrie. I'd have to think about it. Trae's good, though. I like Trae. Hey there, beautiful. Back. Takai Bell. All right, we're here. All right, so we got a little game here. 75-67. So Hawks not going away. Oh, we're going to the booth here. We'll see what's going on. For the record, I hate the Cowboys. Me too. This stream is brought to you by Taco Bell. Takai Bell, huh? Takai Bell. That's Australian for Takai Bell. All right, I'm going to go back to getting some... doing some... whatever you call it. High alchemy. I hate the Cowboys so bad. We crushed them last season twice. We crushed them twice. How beautiful. What's going on?
Now, President. Upon review, a flagrant foul penalty warning has been assessed to Simmons.
Ben Simmons got a flagrant one. Interesting. I haven't had Taco Bell in a while. Their quesadillas are pretty good. I like their quesadillas. I loved their... what was that steak sandwich they used to have? Like the steak XL. That one was pretty good. I like their quesadillas. They're like burrito with like the quesadilla wrap with no beans. I just like do rice and meat and cheese. That stuff's really good too. And Collins misses the free throw. But he does have another one coming. What's Jason Phillips?
Like that there was wind-up and impact on this play to a possible vulnerable player as Collins was in the air. And
all right, Collins made one of two free throws. So we're down to a 7-point game. So it's 75-68. All right, Trae Young getting a pick from Bogdanovich and Capella. Guarded by Seth Curry. Trae Young getting around Seth, driving the lane. Korkmaz knocking it away. Trae Young can't believe he didn't get a foul called there. Korkmaz may have went across his arm. It was hard to tell. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trae Young, the inbounder. Looking to get it to Collins. No, he gets it to Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich shoots a three. John Collins there for the putback. What a dunk there. And it's a 5-point ball game right now. What a game. Here we go. They're not dead yet. Ben Simmons kicks it over to Embiid. Now Curry has it. Curry, he's going to pull up a long two. So smooth. I hate that shot, but when he does it, it's so beautiful. It really is. It really is a beautiful shot when he does it. It's just so smooth. And looks like we're going to foul on the ground. So it's 77-70, and Atlanta will take the ball out of bounds. I haven't had Taco Bell in like 4 months. I love their boxes. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had it. It wasn't like that crazy long ago. It was within the last year. I just don't remember when the last time I went to Taco Bell was. I want one of those T-shirts with the list of names: Del Rio, Young, Sweat, Allen, Payne. I didn't know that those existed, but yeah, that would be a cool shirt to have. I need to try the Taco Bell carving box. I'm not familiar. Not familiar. Sounds like what? That's everything in Taco Bell, though, right? What about Taco Bell doesn't lead to the toilet? Basically, a carving box is like make your own meal. Oh, okay. Oh, craving box. Build your own cravings box. I gotcha. You said carvings. Okay, just a simple mix up. I still wouldn't have known what a cravings box was, but it makes more sense calling it a cravings box than a carving box. Carve some boxes in Taco Bell for me. Carve your name into the box. All right, Trae Young is going to go to the line for 2 shots. Atlanta's in the bonus for the last 2.5 minutes. He does make the first one, so 6-point ball game right now. Yes. Good night, gorgeous. All right. Milton walking it up for Philadelphia. Kicks it over to Seth Curry. Seth Curry gets a pick for Milton. Seth Curry kicks it over to Harris. Pump fake. And Tybal in the corner. No good. Off the front of the rim. Gallinari the rebound. Kicks it over to Trae Young. Gallinari left wide open. Yes, sir. And it's down to a 2-point ball game. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Anything's possible. And the Hawks were down by as much as 17 points in the first quarter or first half. Now claws their way back to within 2. Embiid pump fakes a 3, and he tried to draw a foul, didn't get it, and way off on the three-pointer. So Trae Young and Atlanta has a chance to take the lead right now with a 3. Kevin Huerter will drive, though, missed the lay-in. Tobias Harris the rebound, and he's moving in transition. Attacking right to the basket, and he will draw the foul and most likely go to the line for 2 shots. That's right. The Hawks are in a comeback, man. They're right there with everybody, man. You thought it was going to be a runaway train. The 76ers just look strong. Embiid, though, has had an off night. That's the big difference right now. 4 for 15 for Embiid. If he was, even if he made a few more, like a 7 for 15 or 8 for 15, this game could look a lot different. You know, if he was like 7 for 15 from the field with a 2 for 4 from 3, this game would still be, like, even this comeback would still feel like, all right, it's not really enough. You know what I mean? You feel me? All right, Embiid makes both free throws, so it's back to a 4-point game. Trae Young getting a pick from Ongongwu, and Ongongwu! Nice pass there, pick and roll game by Trae Young, and it's still a 2-point game. Nice slam dunk there by Ongongwu. Milton to Harris, back to Milton. Milton getting a pick from Howard. Now back to Tobias Harris. Harris guarded by Snell. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He kicks it out to an open Tybalt. One more kick to Milton. Milton's going to have to do a step back three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Herder the rebound. Trae Young looking to attack, but it's stolen by Tybalt. Trae Young got careless, slowed down, and Tybalt, good hustle. And Milton, and he's going to kick it out to Tybalt, and Tybalt makes the three. Tybalt turns great defense into great offense, and it's a 5-point lead again with 35 seconds to go. Trae Young, guarded by Hill. He's going to jack up a long three, and he answers with a big three of his own. He makes up for it. And well done. My phone's about to die, so I'm about to hop off for night. Good night, everyone. Fire content, Tim. Keep it up. Thanks for stopping by, as always. Celeste, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for being here. Cowboy Stadium is nice, but it's not as nice as the Falcon Stadiums, the LA Stadium and the Raiders. I do think Cowboy Stadium is better than MetLife. No, the Cowboy Stadium is nice. I'm not going to sit here and hate on Jerry World. Jerry World is nice. Sixers looking like the Atlanta Falcons. And, ooh, up and under there by Trae Young. Trae Young does not draw a foul, though, and it's going to be the end of the quarter. So we have a third quarter score of 82-80. Atlanta clawing their way back after being down, I believe, 15 at half. And now it is a 2-point ball game. Let's take a look at the game cast. We look here at the box score. It was a 13-point game at half. And they won the quarter by 11 points. But yeah, take a look at this game flow. Let's see here. Sixers were down a little bit to start the game, but then they came back and took a lead. And right here, I believe, was their largest lead of 18 points, 60-42. Now Atlanta's back within 2 points right now. What happened to the 7C Sixers defense? Yeah, I don't like. Well, you know, you got to imagine the Atlanta had to turn it on a little bit. I mean, they were just shooting terribly, but also the Sixers have started to come down. They were over 50% from the field. Now they're at 47.8, and to start the game, the Hawks were like a 23% at the end of the first quarter, something crazy like that. They're now clawed their way back up to 37.7%, which is still not very good, but they've shot 8 more shots than the 76ers. That's caused by turnovers. Right now it's 8 turnovers to only 3 turnovers. Sixers have more turnovers. And then also offensive rebounds. You have 9 offensive rebounds for the Hawks, only 7 for the Sixers. So the slight differences in turnovers and offensive rebounds has caused more shots up by Atlanta, and that's why they're able to have a worse field goal percentage, but only down 2. They've also made 13 of 17 free throws compared to 7 of 12 for the 76ers. The big thing is Embiid is cold tonight. This game would be out of hand if Embiid was having a game. But only 4 for 15 for the big man. You know, if he turned it on at any moment, this game could get way out of hand. What's the coach saying?
And keep pressure on their defense.
How do you get back in the driver's seat?
We have to continue to do that. We did a good job of taking care of the ball. We got to get stops. We got to establish our defense, make this team score over the top, and then get out in transition.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Well, Steph, you notice the mantra there. We got to.
All right, Herder. Pump fake, gets to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich gives Atlanta the first lead since the first quarter. And they have taken it at 83-82 after one bucket in the fourth quarter. Milton has it for the Sixers. Milton need to stop the bleeding. Milton kicks it out to Hill. Hill's going to jack up a three. Off the front of the rim, no good. And it's going to be a foul on Ngongwu against Howard. Howard being in position, well done. And it ends up drawing a foul from Ngongwu. Tobias Harris gets it inside to Milton. Milton has it up at the top of the key, guarded tough by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich. Oh, Tybal has it. Kicks it to Hill in the corner. Alley-oop attempted. Yes, sir. Nice dunk there. One-handed grab and jam by Dwight Howard. Lou Williams to Bogdanovich to Herder. Herder now has at the top of the key. Bogdanovich getting a pick from Ngongwu. Guarded tough by Howard, and I think he was... Did he save it from going out of bounds? Nice save, and Lou Williams ends up with it, and it ends up being a 2-point play. All right. I thought he went out of bounds. That was weird. But nonetheless, Atlanta up by one with 10.5 to go. Milton up and under and gets a foul. Draws the foul and will go to the line for two. What's Milton's first name? Is it Shane? Shake Milton. Or is it Shake? I don't know. Makes the first free throw. So we have a tied ball game here in the fourth quarter. 10:33 to go. And another free throw pending for the 76ers. So a little back and forth affair if he makes it here. A couple of lead changes already in this fourth quarter. Yes, sir, makes it. Every time down quarter, like every score has caused a lead change here in the fourth quarter. It's been back and forth, back and forth. Here we go. Let's see if Atlanta can keep it up. Here comes Kevin Herder. Kevin Herder looking to drive the lane, gets inside, and he hits a mid-range jumper. Nope, off the front of the rim, and Howard the rebound. Tobias Harris looking to attack on. All right, now he brings it back out. Has Milton. Milton behind the back, inside, and he hits a floater, and one! Yes, sir! Shake Milton making a couple back-to-back here to keep the Sixers in the driver's seat. So it's 88-85 and another free throw pending. 5-point videos. Looks like he's 50 years old. Yeah, he was definitely older than you thought. It reminds me of this guy. Here, listen to this guy. Don't show his face. Don't show his face. All right, here we go. How old do you think this guy is?
Never expire. And you can now copy armies between your own quick
Guess
train
this guy's
slots
age.
in case you want to make slight modifications to each army list without the need to manually recreate it. Village rotation. You can now rotate your village.
Look at how old this guy is.
But also at the same time.
I don't know, 50? And he does YouTube videos on Clash of Clans, which I don't mind. I like Clash of Clans, but you can see how much older he looks. I don't know if there's a better video of him. Yeah, here he is. Like, you can see the,
All right.
No. But that's how old he is. Look at him here.
Intense. The team on our right introduced. Its first start off players in the house.
Yeah, look at how old he is. Power Bang. Power Bang hasn't played Clash of Clans in a long time. now plays PUBG. PUBG Mobile. He only does mobile games, though. He doesn't do computer games. Anyway, back to the action. So Shake Milton made the free throw. So it's 89-85, 9:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Philly has a series lead of 2-1. Tough. Yeah. Dwight Howard went to box out, and John Collins put his face right into his elbow. They're looking at this. I don't know if I agree that there was anything there. I mean, he was boxing out like you're supposed to. I can't believe he's that old. Right, exactly. That face reveal was definitely a shocker.
Foul has been assessed to Howard. Atlanta retains possession of the ball. Free throw line extended.
Oh, there you go. My fault there. Just no flagrant. No flagrant.
Yeah, no flagrant. Little hand games there by Howard and Collins. All right, Herter has it at the top of the heat, gets a pick from Collins, and Herter's going to jack up a three straight on off the front of the rim. Long rebound ends up back in Herter's hands, and now Lou Williams pump fakes, and he will jack up a three. Yes! Lou Williams knocks down a three-pointer, so it's 98-88. Atlanta will not go away. What up, Expert JK? Got off class right now. Hey, y'all. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by as usual. Guess what, Expert? I ended up in the gym this morning. Let's go. Let's go. We woke up at 3 a.m., got in the gym by 3:30, had a good workout, only about like 45, 50 minutes long. Worked out well. Tim reacted to stadium video by 5 point, and he ranked the Browns Stadium 18th place. I think Expert was here yesterday. I could be wrong, though, during that. I know Expert was here, but I don't remember what he said. Yes, sir. That's right, Expert. That's right. All right, Lou Williams pump fakes it, kicks it over to Gallinari. Lou Williams has Howard on him, and he now gets it inside to Collins, who has Hill, and Collins goes right to the basket, but he can't make the lay-in. Phillies up by 4, under 9 minutes to go now. Milton, got it by Lou Williams, gets it to Tobias Harris on the baseline. Tobias looking to back down Herter, now kicks it back out to Milton. Milton driving, up and under, right at Collins, and he can't make the lay-in either. Gallinari the rebound, kicks it up to Herter. Herter back to Gallinari. Gallinari, wide open Bogdanovic in the corner. He can't knock it down. Tough break there. So 76ers walking it up with a 4-point lead. Milton. Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris kicks it out to Tybal. Tybal back to Harris on the block. And Harris, it goes right at it. Big block by John Collins. John Collins send it flying. Bogdanovic has it now. Herter in the corner. Herter gets it to Gallinari. Gallinari calling for it, screaming for it, but he can't knock down the three. It was a bad pass. Herter threw it at his ankles. He had a tough catch, so was not caught in good rhythm, unfortunately, and it missed three, and Tobias Harris, I believe, rebounded it for the Sixers. All right. I was here yesterday. Yeah, I could care less about the stadium. No, don't have enough. Oops. Nice, but I haven't been there because I live in Cali. Oh, I didn't know you lived in Cali, expert. I didn't know that. So it's only 6:45 there for you. What up, Diane Pant Rye? Clint Capella not even in second defensive team is a bit unfair, maybe. Never watched Capella that closely. Is he necessarily a good defender? I mean, he has no steals or blocks tonight. I don't know. Interesting. I never thought about Capella as a great defender, though. Does the stats show it here? Where's Capella? Capella. The center right here. So he has 1.6 blocks per game, 0.6 steals. I don't know. I just never really thought about he was good in the regular season. Yeah, 1.6 blocks. I'm not necessarily think I've thought of him as a bad defender, but I've never really thought about him as a great defender either. You know, he was not in that conversation with Giannis, Anthony Davis, even guys DeAndre Jordan. Except Jordan's now older, but you get the idea. You know, Dwight Howard in his heyday. But those guys aren't really there either anymore. Who's other big men that are great defenders now? Oh, you have a Rudy Gobert that you think of when you think of great defenders. You know, you don't think of people I don't really think of Clint Capella when you think of. I would even think Bam Adebayo before I thought Clint Capella. I would think about him as far as a defender. Who else is in that big man? I don't know. Where do you put Karl Anthony Towns as far as a defender goes as a big man? I don't think of Nikola Jokic. I don't think of Embiid for sure. Neither of those two big men are considered really good defenders. I don't think of Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know. Capella, I just don't really think about it as somebody that's a great defender, if I'm being honest. All right, Atlanta has the ball, down 4 with 7.5 to go. Oh, Maxey ended up on the ground there for a second. He's back up, though. Oh, good pass to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic misses the lay-in, though. The left hand's no good. Ben Simmons kicks it out to Milton. And Milton is going to get called for a travel. Interesting call. I don't know exactly what it was. I guess he picked it up. So I guess it was more like a self-pass, I guess. But still, weird. Can't believe Tybal made it second All-NBA? What? Huh? Second All-Team NBA? What? All-NBA second team? Huh? Oh, all defensive second team. Oh. Interesting. Is Tybal really got somebody that you look at as a defender as well? Embiid made it to second team All-NBA. Or all defensive second team, huh? Interesting. Now that you watched the Bridgewater video, do you think he will retire from the NFL if he doesn't succeed in Denver. I don't know. He has a tough uphill battle. You know how I feel about Drew Lock. So he's got a tough uphill battle for sure. Oh, snap. Trae Young made a 2-pointer, so it's back down to a 2-point game. Embiid, good defense there by Lou trying to get it, but he couldn't quite grab it. Lou Williams kicks it back out to Harris. Harris, it's knocked out of bounds. No, it's just lost by Tobias Harris. And bad turnover there by the Sixers. And it's 6:05 left in the fourth quarter. And Atlanta has the ball down 2. Are you going there 3 days a week to the gym? Me and my wife are kind of up in the air about that. Like, we're going to wake up every day at 3, but I don't know if we're going to go to the gym every day or if we're going to, like, walk my dog, kind of do some other stuff. But we're definitely going to do something every day in the morning, so we're getting a rhythm. And, Embiid. Oh, Embiid unfortunately called for a goaltending there. It hit the backboard first. And, hey, we got a tie ball game right now, 92-92. Clearly goaltending, definitely goaltending. You know what's sad, though, is I think if he would have just let it go, I don't think that was going to – I don't necessarily think that was going to go in. I think the angle was off. But anyway, 92-92. Tobias Harris. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And we're going to get a move or a off-ball violation by Kevin Huerter pushing Seth Curry. Yeah, got a little in there. Seth Curry definitely sold it, but Huerter was extending his arms. Tough call, tough break for Kevin Huerter. The ex-Terp. I love that dude. Korkmaz to Harris. Harris, he's going to stop and pop for 2. Off the front of the rim, no good. All right, 92 apiece. 5:30 to go. Atlanta has the ball. Trae Young's going to jack up a long 3. In and out. Oh, Collins, he keeps it alive, and it ends up in Capella's hands. Capella kicks it back out to Huerter. Trae Young has it. Driving. Alley-oop attempt. Yes, sir. Great pass by Trae Young. And it's 94-92. Hawks on top. This is a ball game, ladies and gents. Holy moly. 92-94. 5:15 to go. We are right in the thick of things. Anything could happen right now. Holy smokes. I think Bridgewater will win 4 games in Denver. I don't think he's going to play in Denver. Bridgewater won't even play. It's all Drew Lock, baby. All Drew Lock. Much?
I think we got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service.
What's that guy's name again? I can't think of what his name is. I didn't play it early enough so you heard his voice. He's like a college basketball guy, obvious voice. Like you would hear as soon as you hear his voice, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, baby. He went downtown. Yeah. What's his name? Dick Vitale. That's who it is. Yeah, awesome, baby. Locke might not even last that long. Locke is going to be good. Trust it. It's fine. You guys can keep hating on Locke. It's fine. You guys just don't understand. It's all good. It's all good, okay? It's all good. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. Everybody's going to come back to me and be like, Tim was right. Drew Lock is a good quarterback. Here's a crazy take. He could end up being the best quarterback in his draft. But when it's all said and done, we could be talking about the best 2019 quarterback, Drew Lock. Marlon Humphrey just posted a tweet, and all he said was, "I do not like you." I don't know what that means. We're back at it. It's Ben Simmons, Ty Bull, Joel Embiid, Seth Curry, and Cork Moss for the Sixers. Embiid is going to get called for the charge. Capella gets the charge call. Well, that was good defense right there. What do you think about the 5 points video? Is he the one that does the Teddy Bridgewater? Is that what you're talking about? I think it was a good video. Again, I didn't think about more of who is the unluckiest quarterback. He obviously has terrible luck, but I don't know about the unluckiest. Trae Young misses an easy lay-in. All right, so it's 94-92, 4:44 to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers down 2 with the ball. Seth Curry stops and thought about popping, doesn't take it. Now he's going to jack up a 3 off the side of the rim, no good. And Kevin Huerter the rebound. All right, Atlanta's slowing it down. Trae Young getting a pick. Gets it over to Bogdanovich now. Bogdanovich thought about the 3, didn't like it. Back to Trae. Nice pass to Trae, and here we go. Collins in the corner, doesn't take it. Spinning, and no good. But he ends up with, no, he's going to get called for a foul. He ended up on top of Korkmaz's back, and Collins missed the shot and now gets called for the foul. 4:11 now. 76ers have the ball down 2. Trying to make it a 3-1 series lead. Atlanta trying to make it a 2-2 series lead. Teams definitely are not likely to come back down a 3-1 lead. So this is basically a must-win game. Must-win game for the Hawks. Okay, they are in the bonus, so Ben Simmons is going to go to the line for 2 shots. And Ben Simmons misses another free throw. Ben Simmons 0 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. Ben Simmons, second free throw pending. He's still going to hack a Ben Hawks. Yep. It's smart. Ben Simmons sucks at the free throw line, man. Why not? Ben Simmons' second free throw is good. All right, there we go. There we go. So now it's a 1-point game. 94-93. Hawks have the ball up 1. Hawks. Trae Young working on Tybull. Good defense there by Tybull. Staying in front. And, oh my goodness. Trae Young thought he got fouled. He jacked up the ball at the three-point from the three-pointer, and it went in and out. That thing almost went in. It was an ugly shot. All right, no good though. Philly has it. 94-93. Oh, Embiid has the baseline. Gets doubled by Collins, but he's going to end up getting the ball back. And, oh, good defense there. Stolen by Huerter. Huerter coming the other way. Gets it to Bogdanovich. Wide open 3. No good. And Embiid the rebound. And it's going to be an unnecessary foul by Clint Capella. And that will send Embiid to the free throw line for 2 shots. What do you think about his content? I thought his content was pretty good. I thought that was a funny joke. What did he say? Sam Bradford is hot trash directly in the sun, melting directly in the sun, or something like that. I thought that was funny. He seems to have a good cadence. He does like the video production's pretty solid. No, I thought his content was pretty good. That joke is hilarious. Yeah, it was pretty good. All right, it's a tie game. Joel Embiid ties it up 94-94, 3:23 to go in the fourth quarter. We have a ball game, ladies and gents, and we're going to get a timeout before the second free throw, so we will do it. 94-94, Joel Embiid having a terrible night shooting. He only has 14 tonight on 17 shots. He is 5 for 5 from the free throw line, though, and he has another big free throw coming up. Bogdanovich leading the Hawks in scoring with 22. Trae Young, another horrible shooting night, 7 for 25. 19 points on the night. 19 points on 25 shots is abysmal. Terrible shooting night. But his team is right in it, and even though both stars, both best players, are not having a night, either one of them could come down the stretch and win this game. Who's going to be more clutch? Is it going to be Joel? Or is it going to be Trae Young? Or are we going to see an unsung hero down the stretch here, and maybe somebody else pulls it out? It's hard to believe that he's a Giants fan. I don't know why that's hard to believe. I mean, Giants have a lot of fans because New York's a big city, so I don't know why that would be necessarily hard to believe. Why do you think that's hard to believe? You tell me. Minshew doesn't have a mullet anymore. He's anti-mullet now? Come on, bro. Doesn't he know where his bread is buttered? All right, Embiid. We're back, and he makes the second free throw. So it's 95-94, 3:23 to go. Trae Young walking it up court. Getting a pick from Collins. Nice pass to Collins. Collins is going to get blocked by Embiid. It ends up back in Trae Young's hand, though. Collins pump fakes it, rides the baseline, and he can't make the lay-in. And Embiid the rebound. All right, 76ers have the lead by 1, 3 minutes to go. And the ball. Ben Simmons to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris looking to get to Embiid. Embiid pump fakes the three, drives inside. Nice pass to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons makes a nice catch, kicks it out to Korkmaz. Korkmaz with a huge three. 98-94, 2:40 to go in this fourth quarter. Trae Young gets it over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich guarded by Seth. He's driving inside. He doesn't know what to do with it. He's just going to stop and pop, and it's off the side of the rim. No good. Collins fights for the rebound, though, and he gets it. Collins kicks it out to Trae Young. Fresh shot clock. Trae Young driving up and under, kicks it out to Collins on the corner three. Bang with an answer. And it's back to a 1-point game. 98-97, 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, my goodness. Ben Simmons walking it up for the 76ers. We're under 2 minutes to go. Kicks it to Embiid. Embiid, guarded by Capella. Gets it to Harris. Back to Embiid. Embiid's going to jack up a three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Tough shot selection with plenty of time on the clock. Trae Young gets it to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich was his foot on his line, and no good. Embiid the rebound. 1:44 to go. Two bad shot selections here down the stretch, in my opinion. I guess Bogdanovich was open, but his foot was on the line. Terrible shot to selection. I hate that. Worst shot in basketball, that foot on the line three-pointer. If you're going to shoot that far, make it a three. All right, Embiid on the block with Capella. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Off the front of the rim. Very short. He is so off tonight. Trae Young getting a pick from Collins. Trae Young driving the lane, and he's going to shoot the floater. Yes, sir! And Trae Young puts Atlanta back on top by 1, 99-98, 1:15 to go. Ben Simmons has it at the top of the key, looking to get it to Harris. Does get it to Harris. Harris guarded tough by Bogdanovich. Harris driving, kicks out to Embiid. Embiid to Seth. Seth Curry swings it to Korkmaz. Korkmaz is going to jack up a three, and he wanted a foul, didn't get it, and he missed it. All right, got to play defense, though. Under a minute to go. Trae Young driving all the way, and he misses the lay-in. And then it ends up in Seth Curry's hands. Trae Young is hurt, or at least he's acting like it. He's writhing in pain on the ground. I don't know if there was any fouls called, though. Was there actually a foul? Trae Young has still not gotten up. Oh, it looks like they did call a foul. So Trae Young will go to the line for 2 shots, it looks like. Oh, yeah. Embiid definitely came down on his head and landed on top of him. Trae Young definitely selling it right now, though. But Embiid definitely hitting him right across the face. Yeah, Trae Young's fine. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Trae Young will have 2 free throws, though, to put his team potentially up by 3 points with 49.6 seconds to go. Trae Young's hurt. Hawks are screwed. No, Trae Young's fine. He was acting like he was hurt. He's fine. All right, 99-98, 2 free throws. First free throw is good. So it's 100-98 now. All right, Trae. Second free throw is good. All right, 3-point game, 101-98. 76ers will use one of their final 2 timeouts. So last one remaining. Pretty good clock management here down the stretch by Doc Rivers. And let's see what he can draw up. So we're doing the Kryptonite video, then Rams, and Big Country. Maybe, I guess. Sounds good. Well, I already did half of the Kryptonite. I should have it the halfway saved. So yeah, we could finish the Kryptonite video. That's fine. And then I'll probably do the Big Country video after that because I'm interested in that one. And then we can come back to the Rams. We can finish with the Rams. Is Daniel Jones going to be the Washington football team's kryptonite? That'd be a funny meme. Sounds good, Yuki. Always got to keep me straight, Yuki. Always got to keep me straight. Washington kryptonite, the grass. Trey, make sure everybody eats. Here we go. 101-98. They pass it in. Seth Curry has it. Seth Curry definitely traveled. No call. Embiid has it. Embiid's driving. Embiid almost lost it. He gets inside, and he throws it up, and it's going to be a foul. Embiid will go to the line for 2 shots. 40.3 seconds. He can bring them within 1, and then they got to play defense. Good defense there by Capella to knock it away, but then it ends up getting him with the body foul. Definitely a foul there. I don't know what the 49ers kryptonite will be. Probably injuries. Yeah, right? All right, here we go. Embiid. Got it. 101-99. 40.3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Man, those cheerleaders have the best seat in the house. They're getting held up by other cheerleaders so they get to see over everybody. That's hilarious. All right, Herder's going to go to the bench. Embiid, the second free throw to bring his team within 1. Embiid. Second free throw is good. All right. 101-100, 40.3 seconds, and Atlanta is going to use their second to last timeout here. And see what they can draw up. I don't know what the 49ers kryptonite will be. Probably injuries. We'll see. But this is a crazy game down the stretch right now. Crazy game. Anything can happen here. So Atlanta has a 1-point lead with 40.3 seconds. Trae Young, not shooting the ball particularly well, but he's had 18 assists. Holy smokes. You know, if you're not putting the ball in the basket yourself, making sure everybody else is putting it in the basket certainly helps your team there. 23 and 18. Wow. Now I get why John Morant said that tweet of he's making sure everybody eats. 18 assists. That's a whole lot of assists. Embiid is hitting the rebound, hitting the boards. 21 rebounds for Mr. Joel Embiid. Only 17 points tonight, though. There might be a buzzer beater. That's right. One of the most exciting things in sports is the buzzer beater. Think about that, Damian Lillard, back-to-back buzzer beaters. Nats beat the Padres tonight. There we go. Nats, they need to get on the horse, man, if they want to try to make the playoffs, man. They're struggling. All right, here we go. Trae Young walking it up for the Hawks. 76ers need a defensive stop here. Ben Simmons guarding Trae. All right, they get a pick, though. So Korkmaz now on Trae. 25 seconds left. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Trae Young thought about pulling a three. Nope. Kevin Huerter to John Collins. John Collins with 3 seconds. He kicks. Bad pass, and it's going to be a turnover. Great defense there by the Sixers. And with 16.6 seconds left, the Sixers have a chance, down 1, to take the lead. Doc Rivers will use his final timeout. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. What a back-and-forth game this has been, especially the fourth quarter. I mean, you look here at the game flow. It was a big lead by the Sixers. Atlanta clawed their way back, but then it's a back-and-forth affair. Nobody's really wanting to win this game, it seems like. They're both giving it to the other. And very low-scoring fourth quarter as well. I believe it's only been, what is the fourth quarter? It's only 21-18 here in this fourth quarter. Nobody's really putting a bunch of baskets in the hoop. You can see here it was a huge drought for the Sixers. What is this? It's all the way to 5:15 from – they had 4 minutes of scoreless basketball. It's just stuck at 92 points. But then Atlanta didn't really take advantage of it. They only took the lead by 2 when they were down by 4. So they only scored 6 points in 4 minutes. So there was only 6 points scored between both teams in 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. Nobody really wanted to win this game, really. They're both just trying to give it up, it seems like. Especially here, if you look at this bad pass and Capella couldn't handle it. All right, here we go. What do we got here? Harris, the inbounder. Getting it into Seth Curry. Seth Curry back to Tobias. Tobias getting a pick from Embiid. Now he gets it to Embiid. Embiid going in, misses the lay-in, but Ben Simmons the rebound, and it's going to be a turnover. And the Hawks, oh my God, Embiid missed a layup. Oh no. Embiid misses a easy lay-in. Oh, they couldn't have, what a play. Design by Doc Rivers. He got his best scorer at the basket with an easy lay-in, and it ends up being no good. No good. They're going to review to see who the ball was off of. Oh my God, he had an easy lay-in. It's clearly off of Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons trying to sell it, but definitely off of him. And it's going to have to be a quick foul. They're not dead yet. They can do a quick foul, send them to the line for 2 shots. But Atlanta's not in the bonus yet. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it says bonus here, but it doesn't say bonus on the TV. I don't know if they're in the bonus yet or not. Hawks in 4. Roberto Pineda Jr., what's up, man? How's it going? He says, bruh. I know, right? This is a tough way to end this down the stretch, but they're not dead yet. They did add 0.3 seconds onto the clock, so it's 8.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do a quick foul, and they'll have a chance to tie it with a three-pointer. I can't believe Joel Embiid had a point-blank look at it. What do we got here? It is Hawks basketball. Here we go. So 8.2 seconds. See if they can avoid the Trae Young from getting the inbound, and maybe they'll have somebody else shooting the free throws. Capella's going to go to the bench. Atlanta used their final timeout, so nobody has any timeouts left. All right, we got a commercial break. Whew. Anything's possible here, ladies and gents. Anything's possible. Leon. Who's your team, Leon? I don't even know who your team is. All right, we're coming back here. 101-100, Atlanta on top with the ball. We're going to see a quick foul here by the 76ers, and they'll have a chance at a three-pointer. Gallinari, the inbounder. Kevin Huerter, John Collins, Trae Young. They do pass it to Trae Young. Trae Young is going to get fouled with 6.6 seconds left, and he will go to the free throw line with 2 shots. I hate commercials. They're super long and boring. True. Facts. Factaroonies. It's kind of crazy that we have to pay for TV, but they still put ads on the TV. How do they manage that? How do we pay to watch ads? It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. All right. Trae Young makes the first one. So it's 102-100 now. Trae Young with 24 points, 18 assists. All right. Second free throw is up. And good. All right, here comes the Sixers. Milton bringing it up. Gets it to Seth. Seth is going to jack up a 3 and off the back of the rim. And the Hawks will move this series to a 2-2 series, and they will go back to Philadelphia, all tied up for Game 5. Here we go. Because they know people will waste money on that crap. True. In my country, we have to pay to watch 2 channels. All others are free. Yeah, I don't know how they managed to get that. We pay and we have to do commercials. What a joke. Hawks in 7. We'll see. It's been a great, great series so far. Definitely not a runaway by any means. Seth Curry mad at himself for missing. Off the back of the rim, man. Tough. And the Hawks survive. What a terrible game this was as far as like just wide open shots missed. Embiid missed an easy lay-in. That was terrible. But you can just see here, it was 43% shooting for the Sixers, 36% shooting for the Hawks. The Hawks shot 100 shots tonight and only made 103 points. They shot 101 shots and made 103 points. That is not good. That's not good. I don't know what like the average is, but hold on. Let's go take a look here. I'm just curious. How many shots did it take the Bucks to make 107? 88. Let's go to the Suns. How many shots did it take the Suns to get to 125? The Suns only took 85 shots to get to 125. It took the Hawks 101 shots to get to 103. Jeez Louise. Well, it was a pleasure talking to y'all, with y'all. See y'all. Have a good one, man. I'm sure we'll see you again. Thanks for stopping by as usual. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in to some of these. Hey, Tim didn't tell me he was streaming. Shake my head. I'm always streaming. What do you mean? I stream every night. You looking at me like I'm crazy. I stream every night. I'm always here. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and look. Actually, let me just go back to my YouTubes. Go to history. Pull up the Kryptonite video.
10 games against the Jaguars. Henry racked up a whopping 1,013 yards and 11 touchdowns. The Tennessee Titans won 8 of those 10 meetings.
So Jacksonville's Derrick Henry
With Henry averaging 5.5.
Yeah, this game ticked me off so bad. This is the 99-yard run by Derrick Henry. This is the year. This is the year. Okay? This is the year that I had the most fantasy points in my league. And I lost. As in, I came in dead last of all 10 teams. I finished with a 4-9 record with the most points in the league. The most. I'm not kidding. And the reason I finished in last is because I went into a playoff, or I went into so I tied for last 4 for 9. And I went into basically a game where I played the other last place team, right? And then we were playing for who was going to get last. He picked up Derrick Henry. And I don't know if you guys know this. Derrick Henry was having a terrible year before this year. Terrible season. He was garbage. He was nothing, okay? He was getting like 5 fantasy points a game, maybe. 3 fantasy points. Nothing. All of a sudden, this guy picks him up, and he got 72 fantasy points in one game. He had a 99-yard touchdown run, ended up with like 200 yards or something crazy, like 2 or 3 touchdowns. He ended up with 72 fantasy points in one game after having a terrible season. He shouldn't even have been on a roster that year. He was so bad. He was pathetic. And then he picks him up. He gets a 99 yards. It just ends up crushing me. And that guy's team was terrible, but yet he just came out with like an incredible week. Like throughout the year, I probably outscored him by like 400 fantasy points, 500 fantasy points, and yet he ended up beating me when it counted, and I came in dead last. I'll have to share that thing with you guys. Hold on. Let me see if I have it on standby. I think I recently screenshotted it. Here it is. Hold on. Can I send it to the general? Crap. Hold on. All right, hold on. There you go. Here it is. Take a look at this. Why has it not popped up yet? Oh, I sent it to the reaction YouTube videos. That's why. I'm an idiot. Sent it to the wrong thing. But yeah, look at this. Tim Winan. That's my name. Well, that's how you don't spell my last name. Anyway, 4 for 9. 4-9 record. Okay. 2,772 fantasy points for the entire year. Only one other guy had 2,700. It was 2,736. Okay, I outscored the next highest guy by 40 points. And then the guy that ended up beating me, this guy, Team Amachi, I outscored him by over 500 fantasy points on the season. I was the only one to hit the 2,700 point total twice. I had 2,700 points 2,400 and 2,700 points against, and I ended up coming in dead last with the most fantasy points in the entire league. Have you ever seen anything like that? That has never been seen before, probably will never be seen again. Only me, only that could happen to me. Okay? That's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. I don't know how that, it's hilarious. That's impossible to have the most points and end up dead last. And I did it. I do the impossible. Anyway, back to this list.
...1 yards per carry. Remember Henry's 99-yard TD against the Jags on Thursday Night Football back in 2018? Yeah, good times. Kansas City Chiefs. Playoff Tom Brady. The Chiefs have been a heavyweight under Andy Reid, but there's one hump they still can't get over. Tom Brady in the playoffs. KC lost to Brady's Pats in the 2015 divisional round, and at home in the 2018 AFC title game. And of course, in Super Bowl 55 against Brady's Bucks. Brady surpassed 300 passing yards in 2 of those games, with 6 touchdowns against 2 picks. The good news for KC is that Brady can't play forever, right? Well, he just might. Las Vegas Raiders. Kansas City Chiefs. This historic rivalry has been one-sided ever since Coach Reid came to KC. Dating back to the 2015 season, the Raiders have only picked up 2 victories against the Chiefs. A Thursday night thriller in 2017, and a stunning win at Arrowhead in Week 5 of the 2020 season. And with the Patrick Mahomes era just beginning, we don't expect the Raiders' record against the Chiefs to really improve anytime soon. Los Angeles Chargers. Close games. The Chargers have always blown close games in the most ridiculous ways possible. Just consider this stat from 2019. And what if we told you that 7 of their losses from 2020 were decided by 1 score? Yikes. Los Angeles Rams. Kyle Shanahan. Hard to deny that Kyle Shanahan truly has Sean McVay's number here. The 49ers swept the Rams in the 2019 and 2020 season series, even though they finished last in the NFC West in the latter year. There's just something about Shanahan and his offensive system that always gets the better of McVay's club. Miami Dolphins. Gillette Stadium. To be fair to the Dolphins, almost every NFL team hated playing at Gillette Stadium during the Tom Brady era. But boy, has this really been a house of horrors for Miami. The Dolphins have just 3 wins at Gillette Stadium since its opening in 2002. One came in Week 17 of the 2005 season, when Tom Brady barely played. Another came in 2008 when Matt Castle was the starter. So really, Miami only had 1 real victory against Brady at Gillette Stadium. And then they lost there against Cam Newton and company in Week 1 of the 2020 season. Minnesota Vikings. Clutch field goals. Gary Anderson's missed field goal in the 1998 NFC Championship game. Blair Walsh's missed gimme in the 2015 wildcard round. Dan Bailey missing 4 kicks in a must-win game against the Buccaneers in 2020. What more can we say? New England Patriots. Hard Rock Stadium. As much as New England loves hosting Miami, they also hate visiting South Beach. This has been a scary stadium for the Patriots from 2013 to 2020. Miami won 6 of 8 home games against New England. The legendary Tom Brady won an inexplicable 8-10 at Miami during his Patriots tenure. And the Dolphins weren't exactly a good football team during that stretch. Must be something about the Florida air. New Orleans Saints. Close playoff games. At least the Saints got their Super Bowl in the 2009 season. And that's something. But the constant playoff heartbreak ever since is practically impossible to put into words.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
The Beastquake game, the Catch Part 3, the Minneapolis Miracle, the Nola No Call, the 2019 NFC wildcard overtime loss to the Vikings, and Drew Brees' disappointing swan song against the Bucs in the 2020 NFC divisional round. So New Orleans can get a big lead in a playoff game and hold it, because close postseason contests just never seem to go their way. New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles. Though they each won a Super Bowl in the 2010s, which is good, both franchises have struggled with consistency over the past decade. And yet when these 2 mediocre forces have collided, it's been all Philly. The Eagles took 16 of the 20 meetings throughout the 2010 decade, including the Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2. The 2 teams split the 2020 season series. So if you're the Giants, you had to be happy with that. New York Jets, the NFL Draft. Yep. This one's pretty spot on. Because one shared this crypto.
Oh, the Jets, the NFL Draft. Facts. Did they do it again with Zach Wilson?
But Cleveland has seemed to turn a corner over the last 4 or 5 seasons. Sadly, the same cannot be said about the Jets. No team botches the draft quite like the Jets. They have a history of letting their fans down at the draft. I mean, there's actually compilations on YouTube of Jets fans reacting angrily to their team's draft picks. I mean, there's other ones of other teams, but it's just funnier because it's the Jets. So, you know. Philadelphia Eagles, Seattle Seahawks. This isn't much of a rivalry or anything, and they've only met in the postseason once. The average fan may not know this, but the Seahawks have downright dominated Philly. The Eagles haven't beaten Seattle since the 2008 season. It's been 7 straight losses. The last 3 coming at Lincoln Financial Field. Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots. The Patriots are like kryptonite for quite a few NFL teams. Probably the whole NFL, to be honest, but who knows now? But here's another. Since 2000, the Steelers have been one of the NFL's top teams. 6 AFC Championship game appearances, 3 Super Bowl trips, and 2 Lombardi trophies. So why haven't they become a dynasty? In a word, the Patriots. Pittsburgh just couldn't get past Tom Brady and Belichick. The Pats beat the Steelers in the 2001, 2004, and 2016 AFC title games. Pittsburgh only beat New England 4 times from 2001 to 2019. 4 times. Simply put, not many teams have owned the Steelers like the Pats have in the 21st century. San Francisco 49ers, Russell Wilson. The Seahawks-49ers rivalry was the NFL's best.
Russell Wilson is your kryptonite, apparently.
From 2012 to 2014. Those 2 teams played in some epic thrillers, most notably in the 2013 NFC Championship game. But since 2014, the rivalry has been entirely one-sided, thanks to Russell Wilson. Number 3 has a ridiculous 14-4 record against the Niners. San Fran had a 10-game losing streak against Wilson and company that finally ended in Week 15 of the 2018 season. Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams. The Seahawks own the 49ers, who own the Rams, who own the Seahawks. Funny how that works. The Rams were a problem for Seattle even before Sean McVay restored relevance to his franchise. The Rams, a 7-win team in 2015, swept the Seahawks in the season series. In 2016, the team split the 2 games, even though the Rams won just 4 games that year. Since McVay's arrival, the Rams have gone 6-3 against Seattle. This, of course, includes a road win with the 2020 divisional round. The Seahawks have one of the NFL's best home field advantages. But McVay's Rams are 3-2 there. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, win percentage. Despite 2 Super Bowls in the 21st century, the Bucs remain the NFL's most losingest franchise. Is losingest a word? I have no idea. In terms of...
How is your kryptonite winning percentage? That's stupid. That's dumb. How's your kryptonite winning
percentage? From 1976 to 2020, the Bucs' all-time regular season record was 278, 429, and 1. That's a winning percentage of .393, the worst ever. Needless to say, they have a lot of catching up to do if they're to reach that 500 mark. Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts. Dating back to the 2009 season, Tennessee only has 5 W's over its AFC South rival. 4 of those came between 2017 and 2020. So from 2009 to 2016, there was only 1 victory against Indy. Tennessee had an 11-game losing skid against the Colts that only ended in Week 6 of the 2017 season. Washington football team, competent quarterbacking, like the Bears' Washington.
That's not true. We had Kirk Cousins, bro, for like 4 seasons, and he was solid. Okay, come on, bro. I mean, yeah, last year it was bad, but not forever. Washington's kryptonite should be... Washington's football team's kryptonite should be ownership. Ownership. That's who it should be. Kryptonite. Ownership.
He just hasn't been able to find a long-term answer at the game's most important position. Heath Schuler was a bust. Jason Campbell had some moments, though. And my guy Gus, sure. Mark Brunell and Patrick Ramsey? Donovan McNabb. Nope. Robert Griffin III's injury woes unfortunately prevented him from being a star. Not sure why Washington didn't keep Kirk Cousins. Dwayne Haskins was a giant disappointment, too. So, keep on trying, Washington. What do you think is your favorite NFL team's kryptonite? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube.
The best one by far was the Jets one. That one was funny. And true. And accurate. And the whole 9. WLQB is worse than the Browns. Well, the Browns now have Baker, so okay. But no, it should be ownership. Ownership is our kryptonite. Hashtag facts. Okay? Hashtag facts. Here we go.
Nation, what is going on? I'm your host, Big Country, and welcome to Facts Only Sports.
Facts
so
Only
I seen
Sports.
An article written by SB Nation here, right, that I found to be pretty interesting. And I wanted to do this video and ask you all what your all's thoughts and opinions are regarding this. SB Nation come out and said that they believe Mike McCarthy is the best coach since the NFC East, and that he edged out Ron Rivera. Now, the thing is, the Washington football team won the division last year.
What? They said that he was better?
Nation come out and said that they believe Mike McCarthy is the best coach since the NFC East, and that he edged out Ron Rivera. Now, the thing is, the Washington football team... team won the division last year, the NFC least, because every team last year, folks, in the NFC East had a lot of injuries. The Eagles had a lot of injuries. We had a lot of injuries. The New York Giants had a lot of injuries, and the Washington football team won the division. Now, the thing is, they didn't have much of a quarterback last year. They did have a good defense overall, though. And this year's going to be a different year. However, I think this year, every team is better than what they was last year. The Washington football team is better.
Except for the Eagles.
The Dallas Cowboys are better. My Cowboys are better. The New York Giants are better. The Eagles are better. Okay? every team is better this year in the NFC East.
No, Eagles
the thing is, does Mike McCarthy deserve to be put ahead Ron Rivera after what I seen last year? I'll be honest with you, I don't think he does. Now, I've said time and time again here on my channel, I think Mr. Mike McCarthy is on a prove-it-year type deal, in my opinion. And he should be, right? Now, the thing is, whether or not Jerry Jones will get rid of him if he doesn't win the NFC East this year, I don't know. But the fact is, with Jason Garrett, JG, right, we only had one losing season in 10 years. So if Mike McCarthy doesn't win the division this year, there's a very good possibility that means he's had a losing season again. And that would be back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since before Jason Garrett. That is absolutely crazy, Cowboys Nation. In fact, I can't remember the last time my Dallas Cowboys had back-to-back losing seasons. It's been that long. So if he does that, please realize Mike McCarthy also has something else linked to his name. 2 former quarterbacks, right, that one's already a Hall of Famer, Mr. Brett Favre, and the other one is going to be Mr. Aaron Rodgers. The whole entire time in which he was a head coach, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That by itself is very, very rare. It's hard to find one coach that has had one Hall of Fame quarterback during his career, let alone multiple. This guy with at Green Bay, Mr. Mike McCarthy, had multiple. And one of those quarterbacks ended up being the major reason for him getting fired at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, time and time again, if you have not done the research, folks, Aaron Rodgers, on a regular basis, okay, look at this. Change Mike McCarthy's plays. It's all over the internet. Aaron Rodgers absolutely hated Mike McCarthy's play calling. Didn't like it. Mike McCarthy ended up getting fired for a lot of other reasons linked to that. But one of the biggest reasons why he was fired to begin with at Green Bay is because guess what? Him and the quarterback did not get along per se. It is what it is. Okay? But his play calling has always been, under fire to the degree, even when he's at Green Bay. And last year we seen it. We seen it last year with my Dallas Cowboys, his terrible play calling. And his excuses week in, week out was, guess what? Analytics, going for it on 4th and 1. While we was behind in the first half a lot of times, it was an utter disaster. It was a disaster. And then we seen a bad player evaluation. Okay, and a lot of Cowboys fans literally just chalked every bit of that up to the pandemic. He had to deal with injuries. It was the pandemic. But they failed to realize, and a lot of Cowboys fans don't want to admit to the fact that Ron Rivera, guess what, was in his first year with the Washington football team. And, hey, he had to deal with the pandemic too. Kevin Stefanski from the Browns that went 11-5. Never had been a head coach in the NFL. Went to the worst organization in the NFL, went 11-5 his first year as a rookie head coach. With the worst organization, in my opinion, in the NFL overall. Them and the Detroit Lions you could argue that those two organizations are two of the worst organizations ever in the NFL. It is what it is. Mike McCarthy, folks, did not impress last year. In my opinion, he should be on the hot seat. And I don't think
he didn't impress last year when his team was healthy. He barely beat the Falcons. If the Falcons weren't the Falcons, he shouldn't have beat them. So he should have started off the year 1-4. 0-4, honestly. They should have started off the year 0-4 with Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Zeke Elliott, a defense with 6 previous Pro Bowlers on it. He had a super talented team. That team was good. And he started off the year 1-3, should have been 0-4. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys. No, let's go to the schedule. Not record. $2020. Look at this. He lost to the Rams, barely beat the Falcons, should have lost that game. Then they lost to the Seahawks and they lost to the Browns. Their defense was abysmal. They had way too many turnovers. Then they dang near lost to the Giants, who are not a good team, especially to start the year. They almost lost to the Giants. They let the Giants score 34. I wonder how many points, the most points Giants scored all year. It may have been that 34. That's how bad their defense was. New York Giants schedule. If we look at their 2020 season, what was the most points they scored all year? That 34. Yeah, that was the most points the Giants scored all year. So even when he had his team, quote unquote, together, his team was terrible. They got crushed by the Cardinals. They got crushed by us. Just crushed. Had no shot. They got destroyed by the Eagles. They almost upset the Steelers. Then the Vikings, they ended up beating the Vikings. Then they got crushed by us again with the stupidest play call ever. That fake punt thing was stupid. Then you had the Ravens, they got beat. They ended up crushing the Cincinnati, whatever, who cares. They ended up beating the Niners. That's a good win. Then they beat the Eagles. So they ended up winning a few games in a row there towards the end of the season. But they ended up, 6-10? They were still trash. Trash team. Trash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the Falcons. Okay. Yeah, so they had 6 wins. They were garbage. It wasn't even, close to to being a good team. And they should have been a good team. That's what's stupid.
SB Nation is anywhere close to being right here. I think SB Nation is 100% wrong. I think Ron Rivera is the better head coach overall. I think Mr. Mike McCarthy just got lucky to get 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks to start his career off, right? He started off with Brett Favre, and then after Brett Favre, he had Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers, even after, guess what, Mr. Mike McCarthy left, hey, Green Bay Packers still been winning football games, right? So if Mike McCarthy was so important to Green Bay's success, why has Green Bay done better since he's been gone? I would argue it's because, guess what? They got better coaching, right? So it is what it is.
Look at this comment. Cowboys fans, hold on.
I don't think that Mike McCarthy is a better coach.
Cowboys fans, before you argue your coach didn't have his QB, remember Rivera lost 3 QBs last season. One because of he's a meathead. The other 2 because of injury. He coached a guy off the street in the playoffs, and that guy threw a 300 freaking yards on the Super Bowl champs. He also more than doubled our win total from 3 win in 2019 to 7. I guess this is a Redskins fan talking. From 3 to 7 when we were picked 32nd. Then ask yourself deep down, is this really a debate? You cannot be that much of a homer. Bing, bomb, boom. Great comment right there. Great comment. Liked it. There it is. Can't be that much of a homer. True. True. What time we got? 10:42? I don't think there's anything else I want to do on here tonight. Got a little experience there. I'm almost level... You know what? Let's go fight those things over there to become level 62. I'm almost there. Alright, we'll do that. But anyway... And now for the Rams video. That's right, Yuki. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Aside from trading for Matt Stafford and re-signing Leonard Floyd to a 4-year, $64 million deal, the Los Angeles Rams had a very quiet offseason, and really the only other thing of note was John Johnson, the veteran safety, went to the Browns, and if you kind of want to make this a note, you can. I don't really think it's a big deal, but Aaron Donald was involved in a bar altercation in which he was breaking up a fight, so really other than, trading for Matt Stafford and re-signing Leonard Floyd, this was a pretty quiet offseason for the Rams.
Well, that was a pretty big splash. I don't know if you can make a 2 first-round picks, 3rd-round pick, and your quarterback for another quarterback and say that's a quiet offseason. I think not many teams do that kind of situation. You know, like that's a pretty loud and crazy move for an offseason. But I get his overall point where it's like they didn't make a bunch of different moves after that. They didn't have a first-round pick this year, or a second-round pick for that matter, I think, or something like that. But still, I think that was a funny way of classifying. They had a quiet offseason. They only, made a trade for the, biggest trade this offseason, period, actually. They just made the biggest trade. But it was quiet.
Rams. Now, granted, they made the biggest trade of the offseason.
Yeah, exactly. The biggest trade of the offseason.
Do you think trading 2 first-round picks and a quarterback for another quarterback is bigger than Julio Jones going to the Titans? So I do think the Rams, all in all, had the biggest move of the offseason. But the question for today's video is, can they win a Super Bowl in 2021? Now, we all know they got there a few years ago with a pretty different roster with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and the gang back in 2018. And as we know, Bill Belichick, the GOAT head coach, limited the offensive mastermind Sean McVay to 3 points on the biggest stage. But the question, as we said for today's video, is can they get back there? And before we dive into everything, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as each only take a second to do, and it would be very much appreciated. Now, let's begin. So when initially taking a look at the Rams schedule, they have a Week 11 bye and they play the AFC South, and the teams that they have to travel to in the AFC South are Houston and Indy. So it's not as bad as traveling to Indy and Tennessee, so they definitely did get a break there, or I mean, it's just how the schedule plays out, because in 4 years again, then they will travel to Tennessee and Jacksonville. So if Tennessee and Jacksonville are good in 4 years, then that's going to be unfortunate for them. Anyways, back to this. Their schedule starts off against the Bears, and I do think that is going to be a win, and it's home, it's the opener for SoFi Stadium, and it is the first game where fans will fully be allowed. So I really don't see a way the Rams come out and lose this. And I do expect, given that it is on a Sunday night, for the crowd, for Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth and everybody on Twitter to be hyping the Rams up. And the Bears have a good defense, but again, given everything that's going to go on in that game, Matt Stafford going to be playing the Bears, a team he is very familiar with, I just expect the Rams to win, and that's, it's really all there is to it, right? Their next 4 games, though, are very tough after that. At Indy, versus the Bucs, versus the Cardinals, and at Seattle on Thursday night. So there's no telling how these 4 games could go. Do I think they're going to go 0-4? No. But I definitely do not think they're going to go 4-0 on the other hand. If I had to guess, I would say they will probably be 3-2 or 4-1 through 5 games. And what I do want to say about Matt Stafford is he is a good quarterback. I am not sitting here saying he's awful, he's trash, he's whatever. I'm not saying that. But what I do want to say is Matt Stafford has not won a playoff game in his entire career, and I do think that is concerning to an extent. Now, yes, I am fully aware of the teams that he played on in Detroit, but I do think at some point, you kind of have to look above that and say, you know what, like, is he that good of a player? Because if he was, he surely would have won just a single playoff game in over a decade of work. So I do think Stafford is good, but I just don't think Stafford is going to be this, lo and behold, he's going to throw for 55 touchdowns and the Rams are going to go 17-0, and McVay is going to make him a Super Bowl MVP and a regular season MVP overnight, because I certainly do not think that is the case. Now, having said...
He can make him a MVP candidate overnight. Will he get 55 touchdowns and 5,300 yards or something? Probably not. But he definitely, this season, the Rams could be Matt Stafford could be an MVP candidate. Absolutely. Will he? That's a different question, but
that about Matt Stafford, that does not mean he is just trash as a quarterback and he is a backup, because that obviously isn't the case either. He has multiple Pro Bowls and he is a very solid quarterback, but I just don't want this misconception to be strewed of, that I think just because they're going from Goff to Stafford that they're getting multiple Super Bowls in the future with the innovative mind of Sean McVay at the helm, because I don't think that is the case. But anyways, after that 3-2 or 4-1 start, they have at the Giants versus the Lions, at the Texans versus the Titans, and at San Francisco on Monday night before the bye. So needless to say, those next 5 games are very favorable, and there's a very real possibility this team starts out along the lines of 6-2 or 7-2, and maybe even 8-1 heading into that San Francisco game, which would obviously put the hype behind Stafford and the Rams at an all-time high. As barring something spectacular, I don't think they're going to lose to the Giants, Lions, or Texans, as they are better football teams than them, period. And obviously the Goff and Stafford, it's not really a rivalry, but just because they were traded for each other, that's going to be hyped up all week. And Lions fans, there's obviously no reason to boo Matt Stafford, and if there are any fans, then I don't think they're really considered fans of the Lions fan base. But what I'm saying is I do expect the Rams to win those 3 games. So at worst, I think they are 6-2 through 8 games, and then versus the Titans and at the 49ers. So we're talking about a team that could very easily be something along the lines of 9-2 heading into the bye, or 10-1 best case. I do think they are going to lose at least 1 in the first 11 games. But what I do want to say is this is a team that could look at going into the bye with a very strong record and then come off of the bye and play at Green Bay, a winnable game, versus the Jags and at the Cardinals on Monday night. This is, again, a team that could start out 12-2, something along these lines, heading into the final 4 games, which are versus Seattle, at Minnesota, at Baltimore, and versus San Francisco. Now, to be clear, that's not an easy way to end the year, and that could honestly really trick the Rams up heading into the playoffs, because that, easier stretch of game against the Lions, Giants, and Texans, it's going to make it a lot. I mean, granted, it's going to be easier for them in the middle of the year, but having those 4 games, and really 5 games if you include the Cardinals on Monday night, there's 5-game stretch to end the year of at Arizona versus Seattle, at Minnesota, at Baltimore, and versus the 49ers. If you guys have been watching the channel, then I've said that I do think the NFC West teams will be very beat up by the time the playoffs roll around, and this is a prime example of why I think that. So what is going to be critical for the Rams is getting that number 1 seed to get that extra bye, because I truly do think if they don't get that bye week with these last 5 games, there's no way they're going to be able to play 4 straight games of against top-notch playoff caliber teams and actually go win a Super Bowl in 2021. I don't think there's any way that they can do that unless they get the number 1 seed and have that extra bye week to prepare their bodies for the final 3 games of the year. But I do want to say there is a quick counterpoint to this. If the Rams are by some chance locked into the seed that they're going to get, whether that would be a 2 seed or 3 seed, or, in a wild card, whether it's going to be 5 through 7 and they are guaranteed a clinched playoff berth heading into week 18, then I would recommend resting the starters, because whether you are the 5, 6, or 7 seed, I'm going to go ahead and say in the 2021 playoffs, it's not going to make that big of a difference. Now, if you think, oh, well, they would want to get the 5 seed if they don't win the division so they could go play the NFC East, well, I do think Dallas is going to be very good this year. Their offense is going to be loaded, and I do think they're going to win at least 10 games. And who's to say Washington couldn't also at least win 10 games with that defense and with Terry McLaurin and Ryan Fitzpatrick on the offense, mainly Terry McLaurin, but you get what I'm saying. So I do think the Rams, resting somehow, some way, whether it is in Week 18 or being the number 1 seed, is going to be vital for their chances to make a long playoff run. And as we saw this year with the Bucs, they went 3 straight road games and then to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. So it's going to be critical for the Rams to get somehow, some way, rest somewhere. And what's going to benefit them is they do have a late bye, and then they play the Jags relatively quickly coming off of that bye. And not to say the Jags are going to be an easy game, but I do think the Rams will win that without too much stress. But the final couple games of the year, they're going to be essentially playoff games, and those are teams that are more than likely all going to go to the playoffs, and if they're not battle tested by then they never will be. And I would be genuinely shocked if they don't make the playoffs this year. And for what we're talking about, the big Super Bowl run, I think the Rams are going to have to, at least in one of those games, win comfortably so that their starters can rest at least a quarter, because a quarter here, a quarter there makes a big difference in the long run. And if Matt Stafford is going to go from no playoff wins to a Super Bowl ring, he's going to need to be rested at some point. Now, one thing that will benefit the Rams and Matt Stafford is something that he has never really had before in his career, and that is going to be a good run game. Sean McVay gets a lot of credit for being an offensive mastermind, as he should, but what I do want to say is Sean McVay conveying the run game is a lot better than what people realize, and Cam Akers is going to be the sole beneficiary of that. And I would be genuinely shocked if, the 17 game also helps, but I would be genuinely shocked if Cam Akers does not rush for 1,000 yards this year if he has at least 200 carries. He's going to be a very good back this year, and it's going to be something Matt Stafford is going to be extremely grateful for, as he may have had a 1,000-yard rusher once, but I know it's never been more than that if he's even had it once. So it's going to be something that's going to benefit not only the Rams but Matt Stafford. And what hurts Stafford sometimes is, he gets called Stat Padford on Twitter when people make fun of him just because of how much numbers he has to put up just for the Lions to win a game, and that's going to benefit the Rams a lot in 2021. And I'm probably going to do a film breakdown on Stafford at some point, but back to this video, can the Rams win a Super Bowl? And the answer is yes, they can, because I do think from a roster talent standpoint wise, they are better than the Seahawks. I think they are. They're definitely better than the Cardinals, and the 49ers are a bit of a wild card, so if I had to pick a team to win the NFC West right now, by the way, the 49ers are a wild card because of the quarterback position, and if I had to pick a team to win the NFC West right now, I would pick the Rams. I thought the Rams were going to beat the Seahawks in the playoffs in the last year, and they did, and then they kind of gave the Packers a game, but it was expected to go in there with Jared Goff to the frozen tundra and lose. There was no shame in that. But now they upgraded the position, and they lost John Johnson, but that's not the complete sole end of the world, losing John Johnson to the Browns. But I do think the Rams can legitimately not only compete, but win the NFC. Now, do I think they will for sure? No, because there's a lot of variables between now and January, but they definitely have the talent to do so. And with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. We recently hit 24,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the support. I truly appreciate it, and until next time, have a
I think he downplays the talent of Matt Stafford a little bit. I think Matt Stafford is actually a really talented quarterback. He's been just in a crap hole called Detroit. But I think that he should have a really, really great year this year. And he definitely could potentially be a MVP candidate when the year is said and done. You know, like, he's that kind of good. He's pretty darn good. But it's kind of an interesting video. But he got to the eventual answer, yes, they definitely can win the Super Bowl. That's patently obvious because they're a good football team. So, I don't know. Kind of a weird video, but Clippers are giving the Jazz the business right now, up 19. But I did pick the Jazz in 7, so not surprising. Nice take there. Is that Reggie Jackson? But anyway, all right. What time is it? 10:55. That's probably a good one to end on. I'm probably just going to try to get to level 62 attack. And then go from there. Probably go to bed. 2,200 away. 2,200 XP away. Appreciate that, Yuki. Will you be back tomorrow, Yuki? What's my fantasy baseball here? Whew! Oh yeah, I did have 2 pitchers today. I forgot about that. Oh no, did Matt Boyd get hurt? Well, that's sad. I think one of my starting pitchers got hurt because he only played 2 innings. What happened? Left arm discomfort. Ugh. That sucks. Chris just sent me this. We'll watch this to finish it off. Chase Young versus Trent Williams. Here it is. Ooh! Got him with the swim move. Alright, Trent won that one. But there you go. Hey! Chase Young with the tip. Chase with the chip. Tight end chipped on that one. There we go. Here's a one-on-one. Chase, good defense, good blocking there by Trent there. Trent got him on that one. Ball was out too quick. Ooh! Oh my God, what a throw by Mullins there. Okay. Good block there, but I mean Chase, man. Chase looking like a beast. Trent's holding his own, don't get me wrong, but I mean, this is one of the best left tackles in the league, and Chase is looking good. Oh, that was a good block by Trent there. Great block by Trent. I missed it. I missed what happened here. What happened? I didn't even watch the right thing. Oh, Trent didn't even block Chase. Oh, and then Chase just stuck him. Okay. Tight end helps at the edge. Oh. Chase Young slipped on that one. Good block by Trent. Good block by Trent again. Trent is holding his own now. Again, holding his own. Trent definitely settled in throughout this game. You can see that. It's very obvious. Alright, nice play there by Chase. Alright. Split the line. Trent, good anchor. Oof, Trent beat him on that one. Just washed him. Easy block there for Trent. Interesting. I feel like it was I guess okay, so a lot of what's his name's plays must have been like, because he made Chase Young had a great game that game, and it must have most of them must have not come against Trent, but Trent did well there. Probably back tomorrow. I have some videos that you can react to tomorrow. I'll send them after the stream. Sounds good. I hate this man for showing this game. I would love Chase to go against tackles. What do you mean? He does go against tackles. What are you talking about? That's pretty much all he does is go against tackles. I don't understand what you're talking about. Sweet. Go against Saints tackles? Oh, wait, against Saints tackles? I think he'd do fine. Like, Chase is good. No matter who he's going against. That game brought back painful memories. Yeah, it was not the best game there for the Niners, that's for sure. Defense basically won that game, though. Saints averaged 3 sacks from our right and left tackle. 3 sacks a year? So what you're talking about? Because 3 sacks a game is pretty bad. How much left? 622. No, you guys do have some good tackles. I'm not denying that at all. Tron and Ryan are just good. Three sacks. Two sacks, so 5 sacks total. It's pretty good. At least our QB don't run for his life. Cough Seahawks. Yeah. Steaming hot pile with the sun on him or whatever he said. I don't even remember exactly how he said it. It was bad. But yeah, both tackles over 80. Solid performances out of there. What round was he drafted? He was a first rounder. What about Tehran? Was he a first rounder as well? No, he was a third rounder. Interesting. And Tehran's the left tackle too, huh? Tehran plays left side and Ryan plays right. Right, Spoiled? Here we go. We're about to be level 62. One more hit. Come on. You really hit a 0 there? There we go. Level 62. There we go. Alright. We'll take this stuff to the bank. We'll call it a night. It's 11:04. I'll go pass out. Get ready to wake up in the AM. Go to the... I don't know if I'm going to go to the... I don't know. I'll have to talk to Selena. I don't know if gyms... If we're doing the gym tomorrow or if we're doing the... just walking Rube. My pupperoonies. Taking her for a walk, and maybe we'll just do a walk. Or we might go to the gym. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of play it by ear. We'll have options. And I bought my bond. So this is the bond that can make me a member. So I just have to activate that, and I can be a member. I may save up for 3 bonds, but I don't know. We'll see. Because if you do all 3 bonds at the same time, then you can even be a member for longer. But who knows. Good night, Yuki. See you, man. Tehran plays left. That's what I thought. I wanted him traded so bad. Waste of cap. Y'all want Andrews Pete. Just give us a second for him. We don't need any offensive line. We're straight. We're Spoiled. We're straight. But, all right, it was fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm going to call tonight. Get ready to go in the morning. Anyway, and until next time. See ya.